And the Oscar goes to
Martin Scorsese.
Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire.
Halle Berry, Monsters Ball.
Catherine Bigelow.
Moonlight, Best Picture.
Olivia Colman. Parasite. That indescribable feeling we get.
Hello, everyone. We're finally back with our first episode of That Indescribable Feeling for the 2025 award season. I'm your host, Josh Woodbury, and my main co-host for this show, Evan Harris.
Glad to be back. So excited to finally talk about these Oscar categories. I think this is we've had a lot of delays, but I think this is a great time to start. We are officially like 100 days away, I think, from the ceremony.
I feel like it worked out because now we know reactions at least for every awards movie.
I was thinking the exact same things, bro.
Yeah.
I think like Complete Unknown finally had his reaction, I think like Wednesday or something. So now we know everything that's coming out. We know the reactions. We know the buzz. It's 100 days away. So I think better late than never. We're ready.
Mm-hmm. And our, I guess, full-time co-host for the main show, part-time for this show, Edgar Teja.
Yeah, this is weird for me. I only show up for like the penultimate episode and then just the watch along, and then that's it. That's all my contribution to the show.
Not this year, though.
No, not this year. I'm excited to talk about some of these movies, especially because this might be the first year, maybe in a while. Well, not in a while, but like I think definitely where I feel like I've seen like almost every single movie. The only thing that I'm missing, I think, is maybe what's it called?
Nickel Boys.
A complete unknown.
Yeah.
Baby Girl. Yeah, just like 2 or 3. But other than that, I feel like I'm pretty well rounded this year about which movies we're talking about. So yeah, it's exciting.
All right. Should we just dive right into our current Best Picture noms?
Before we start, Josh, what is your opinion on like this awards race so far compared to like the past 2 years we've been doing this?
I am excited because this is like every movie at least like has been seen, and Best Picture is kind of up in there still. Like I think there's 8 slots, maybe even like just 7. But like those last couple slots are so up in there and could go like between like 6 movies.
I agree. I think we've been doing this for at least like 2 to 3 years now. And I think by this time last year, we were like, it's Oppenheimer's to lose, and I don't think anybody's beating Oppenheimer. Yeah. Which still made it fun for a lot of the other categories, but Best Picture in terms of the number 1 spot was pretty locked. And then before that, we had like what was 2023?
This reminds me of like 2020 season where like Best Picture is kind of up in there a lot. At least the nominations.
Exactly. Yeah. But the past couple of times we've had that like wave of support for like one central movie. Yeah. Oppenheimer, everything everywhere.
Nomadland.
Nomadland had like a lot of buzz by this point. It was pretty much like
the year after that was Coda versus Power of the Dog, which was interesting.
Yeah, and by this point in that year,
Coda was dead.
Coda was dead. Year, exactly. So yeah, at least at this point this year, we're like, okay, maybe it's one movie, but anything could happen.
Could Scene come back? That's the question.
You never know.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Edgar?
I agree with what you guys have been saying. It has been like a more. I've heard from other people in other podcasts say like, oh, like the next year's Oscars are gonna be pretty boring, or like at least from a viewership standpoint for the Oscars, there's not like a huge movie like
not anymore.
Leading like everything like Oppenheimer and Barbie, like that was gonna attract a lot of viewers, or it sort of kind of did last year. This year is a lot of like, again, it feels like the year of the indies again, of like more like smaller scale movies besides maybe Dune Part 2. But yeah, I think it makes it more interesting, the whole race. We'll see if we like what ends up winning in a few months. But yeah, like, I think it's more fun.
Yeah, I think it was like mostly indies for the most like majority of the year so far. But once Wicked popped off and like those reactions and the response so far, like that's the sure bet in Picture, and we'll talk about it, but I think it's pretty high up there.
Yeah, it's funny. I think like at the beginning I was like, okay, Dune Part 2 is gonna be the big blockbuster, obviously. But for the longest time, I thought Gladiator 2 was also going to be.
Now those two are going to switch probably.
Exactly. We'll talk about that in a second here. But I had Gladiator 2 for a long time. I was very excited for Gladiator 2. I still am. I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'm curious to see. And looking at Gold Derby, a lot of people still have that on their list. So we'll see where that lands, what the critics think of it, what the Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, those stuff like that. Think of Gladiator compared to Wicked. But Wicked seems to have like the momentum, both audience-wise, critics, and the whole feel-good nature of
Box
it all.
office.
Box office, of course. Yes. Did you have this on your prediction for box office? Was that me? Was that you?
I think it was either my second or first. I know my top two were Moana 2 and Wicked.
Yeah, you destroyed me there. Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
You have Gladiator, though.
I have Gladiator.
It's doing well. It's doing well.
It's going to do great. Yeah, it's going to do great. Yeah, but
not Oscars.
Yeah, not Wicked or maybe Oscars. So yeah, let's look at the list here, Josh. Share the screen.
All right, let's do
show
it.
The audience. Let's see how bad your list is.
Oh shit! Okay. Yeah, 1 second.
So yeah, Josh is going to be sharing his screen. Edgar and I have our own predictions, our own rankings, and we'll just be talking about it, comparing and contrasting with Josh's here. So okay, here we go. So of course, on Josh's screen, he's staring Gold Derby. On the left is Gold Derby's. On the right is Josh's predictions. But okay, here we go. Here, Brutalist number 1 for Josh.
Yep. I think at this point, I don't know. I'm so conflicted because Anora could have that swell of support, and I think it already does. But it just both of these don't feel like Oscar winners in 2024. I just Brutalist more so after Oppenheimer. But it's very it's more artsy, like art film than Oppenheimer is, and you'll see once you are able to see it, Evan. It's not like it is this big American epic, but it does some really interesting divisive things in the second half that that might turn off voters. So it's interesting. I don't know. I go for it, Edgar.
No, I was just gonna say, to your point, even though Oppenheimer and it's talking about a very heavy subject matter, it's still presented in a kind of crowd pleaser kind of way, in that Nolan style. And the Brutalist is the complete opposite of that. It's not a good feeling once you leave that theater.
Yeah, this is the first time this week I've heard some of the divisive aspects of Brutalist. I haven't been fully spoiled.
Really?
But I haven't been spoiled, but I've heard that people, what's it called? That there are divisive elements and that people might be turned off, just like what you said, Josh. So, in my opinion, I think Brutalist, for me, it just isn't winning Best Picture in my eyes. I compare it to a Killers of the Flower Moon. What else? Like a Roma, some of those artsy kind of long movies that just might not have a crowd swell of support.
But I think the difference for the Brutalist is that it's such an achievement, both directorial efforts and just the fact that this movie even exists. And I think that's going to be one of its main talking points for this award season, and could be why. We still don't know, besides critics and festivals, what this movie's going to do, what support it's going to have. It's to me one of the most critically acclaimed movies of the year. But will it do box office? Good box office? Probably not. But
not at all.
It could. I don't know. We'll see. It could be one of those where it's does really good in the limited amount of theaters that it's in.
Yeah, for me, it doesn't seem like your regular people are going to be hyped for the Brutalist. I think a lot of people like us are excited, and I think people like us are also people who are going to be actually voting. The people in the Academy, I think, would.
And that's why I think. Yeah, that's why I think Brutalist will do stronger with Oscars, because this is an actor's movie. The acting is across the board incredible. I feel like actors will appreciate it. Directors, obviously, all of the branches. It's one of the most well-made movies of the decade so far, personally. Just the crafts, though. I think it will do really well, but will it win the Best Picture? That's the question.
Exactly. I think it's hard to explain, but I think a lot of people will like the Brutalist, but I don't know how many number ones the Brutalist will get compared to, I think, one of my favorite movies of the year in Anora. I think Anora is one that's easily very like probably one of the biggest crowd pleasers of this list, next to Wicked, and I guess Dune in a sense. But like I think Anora, like I went to see it twice now, nearly packed out theaters. People are clapping, laughing. You know, they're sad at the right moments. They're laughing at the right moments. They're quiet at the somber moments. So I think Anora, especially with the Best Actress, big front runner in Mikey Madison, I think Anora is going to be my number one pick. I just feel like a lot of people are going to be easily pleased with Anora. It's easily digestible compared to The Brutalist. And I think that's going to easily, create a crowdswell of support for Anora, especially compared to a lot of the other movies on this list.
It's still wild to me that Anora is like a huge like awards contender, given what the movie is about and like how it's like, executed. Like you wouldn't think it's like this like raunchy R-rated kind of like movie would like be in the conversation, but I mean I love it.
I mean, to be fair, last year we had Poor Things, and that was number 2.
Yeah,
Last year,
that's true.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, yeah. In
That
a year
one
without
full Oscars wasn't.
Yeah, it's crazy. In a year without Oppenheimer, Poor Things could have easily won Best Picture, which is crazy. I mean, I love Poor Things, but yeah. But I'm happy for Anora. It's a movie that I love to watch. I can watch it again and again and again and have like new things to say, new moments to appreciate. And the ensemble cast in Anora is just fantastic. I think everybody brings it. Very funny cast. But also like the beauty of this movie is that it is also very emotional, especially as you get to like the second and third act of that movie. So I love Anora. I think it also has a big contender in original screenplay. So there's a lot of wins that Anora could rack up here on Oscar night.
I feel like The Brutalist could still. They're contending for the main, like, same awards, like for screenplay, director, and picture. I think. So
Exactly. Yeah. We'll talk about it again with Best Director. Is there a possibility, despite the acclaim for The Brutalist, if they F up the release similar to how they did Sing Sing, that it could fall out of picture?
Here's the thing: I don't think they'll fuck up the release because they know this is their bid dog this award season. So.
Okay. So, Josh, what is currently the release plans for The Brutalist?
I mean, I don't know if they've said officially. I think their like limited release at least is the 20th of December.
Yeah,
but I'm sure they'll expand. I doubt they'll go the same strategy they did for Sing Sing, which was like not even expand at all. That was stupid.
So weird. And speaking of Sing Sing, we'll talk about it. But Sing Sing is going to have a crowdswell of resurgence at least in January. Josephine also says, "Can you see a world where Anora wins picture without Mikey Madison winning lead actress, similar to how Chicken Water won without Sally Hawkins?" I agree with you, Josh. I think Mikey is a much stronger. I mean, Sally was amazing.
Sally Hawkins was like bottom of the list. Was she nominated even that year?
I think she was.
I think she might have,
but she was not in contention for the win. At least I don't from memory.
No.
And the movie wasn't really like focused on her performance. Like Anora is the Mikey Madison show.
If anything, I think Mickey has a better chance of winning than the actual movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I we'll get to it in Best Actress, but I think Mikey is just going to be having a lot of speeches this award season because I think she's going to be a big front runner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just so excited for Anora. I think it's going to do very well this award season. I think it deservedly so because it's just
good for Sean Baker too. He's been shutting them out lately, and he finally has the one.
Yeah, I need to go watch Rocket, right? Something like that.
Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Rocket. What are you?
Star
Wars?
But I did love the Florida Project. Very underrated movie. So yeah, up next though, Emilia Perez. Finally gonna talk about this one.
It's at 3, but it's dropping.
Yeah.
I have it right now.
Now that people have seen it.
I have it below Conclave and below Wicked right now.
It's getting the Maestro treatment, but I feel like this time it's more deserved.
Maestro treatment was wild.
Yeah.
Maestro was never a contender though. It was
never a contender to win. Emilia Perez kind of was. That's a good point. But I think the key there was Emilia Perez was in contention to win. I don't see that happening in any scenario
Like
now.
my gauge of outdated predictions is watching the Stopmans, Terry Nemiroff, their thing.
Oh yeah,
Because like they're so behind what's the moment right now. Like they still have Emilia Perez winning.
Yeah, we'll get to it. In their recent prediction for Best Director, I was like, oh, that's not happening. But for Best Picture, they still love Emilia Perez, which goes
They
to
still
show
have September 5. I'm like, that's not a thing.
I think
that's
dead in
Mance.
Arrival.
That's Mance really pushing
Yeah.
that movie.
Never a thing.
September 5 has its shooters, and it's not us.
Yeah.
But
Well, as Hollywood Reporter.
yeah, go.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't officially say. But
yeah, I mean, it looks fine, but I just don't feel like it's going to be this year's spotlight or whatever.
Especially like this has a controversy too. Like, come on.
Yeah. But yeah, for
Not the
Emilia
right
Perez, for Emilia Perez, I just feel like for two angles here. The one angle is the musical angle, and I think Wicked is a much better received musical than Emilia Perez. Even though I finally watched Emilia Perez, was it this week? Last week? Last week. And I think some of the musical moments are really, really
They're
good.
Yeah.
Like the movie starts, and I'm just like, oh, this is how it's doing it. Oh, I was like instantly engaged. I think
camera work's really cool too.
The thing about Emilia Perez is that it's a really engaging movie. Is it engaging in a way that's like for me at least I was never bored watching
during
Emilia
the
Perez.
numbers, yeah, but like the drama, my idea.
Some of the drama was pretty
very melodramatic.
There we go. Yeah. Melodramatic. But melodramatic can still make me engaged. I wasn't bored by it. It was cliche, it was melodramatic, but I was still like, okay, what's gonna happen next? But it doesn't make it a great movie though, right? So I think Emilia Perez for me, and it's backed by its performances. While the script might not be great, or even very good, the Emilia Perez performances are hard carrying that movie on their back, and that's Zaldana and Carlos Sofia Gascon. But again, I just feel like a lot of the criticism is coming out. I just feel like it doesn't have that support like the other musical does in Wicked, and I'm not hearing a lot of people hyped up for its other.
Then there's the controversy of the whole supporting actress thing, which is really so.
I always talk about that because people are like,
yeah.
People are in my mentions about like some of the Ariana people are like, wait, why are you shooting me? What did I do? It's like it's weird. It's weird. Josh, you're muted.
Sorry, muted. People are saying like it's a good thing that she's in supporting. I'm like comparing her to Karen Colton. I'm like, Karen Colton isn't the main character.
Yeah.
So Zoe Saldana is the main character in this movie.
I can see why I can see why Kieran is supporting for sure.
He's definitely it's a two-hander, like a real pain is, but Jesse Eisenberg is still the lead in that movie.
Yeah,
like, you could say they're
we experienced the movie through his eyes, through
exactly,
yeah.
Whereas this movie, we experienced it through Zoe Saldana.
1,000, a million, a trillion %. I was shocked how much of a lead Zoe was. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
It was astonishing. I'm like, Carla should be in supporting, if anything. But okay, it's.
I mean, I understand the optics of it, but just for the movie, like as no.
Like, it's not even a question in my mind that Zoe is a lead actress in this, and I think she'd be very high up there if she was in Best Lead.
Yeah, she would still get nominated either way.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like leads maybe even less like competitive this year. No, actually, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on Conclave here? Because for me, it was lowering down, but then it came out and it got a huge.
It's doing really well.
Exactly, it's peaking. People are liking it on Letterboxd. Yeah. They're liking it on film Twitter.
I loved it. It's a great time.
Your favorite Ed Berger? Bellini. Is that your favorite Ed Berger movie?
Ed Berger Redemption. Volker Belkman Redemption for sure.
What would you do, Josh, if he wins for best score again?
Over the Brutalist, it's not happening. But I mean, I wouldn't hate it.
What will you do?
I wouldn't be as mad, but I would still be mad.
Yeah, the Conclave score is pretty tight, pretty cool.
But like, we'll get to it. But the Brutalist is winning that so easily.
Yeah, just from the trailer for the Brutalist alone, the teaser trailer.
They put out the overture, like the first 3 tracks on streaming, and I've been listening to that all day. So good.
Oh, nice. I've been staying away from that because I want to hear it the first time in theaters.
Yeah, you should.
At least in full. Yeah. So yeah, I think Conclave is doing very well. It's keeping Ralph Fiennes in the conversation for Best Actor. The script is keeping it in contention for that category as well, Best Adapted Screenplay. And overall, it's like I've seen this movie once, but it was in a packed out theater full of old white people, and they love this movie.
That's when you know a movie's gonna hit.
Right, exactly. So I think Conclave is just a very pleasing movie. It's thrilling in a fun way. Not too difficult. It has some cool, interesting,
timely
twists and turns. Some might say the twists and turns are a bit too much, especially at the end. But overall,
it's fun. It's a fun twist.
It's a fun twist. It's a fun movie. So yeah, I think
Conclave it's very timely too. I saw it like days before the election, and it's interesting.
Yeah. It's cool. I love some of my favorite parts of Conclave was them just like huddled in conversation, like we got to vote for this person. Well, he doesn't have the support. Like it was big.
So
it was big. Big Brother Survivor reality TV energy there. Where it's just like, well, I don't like him. I'm not voting for him, but I can't vote for you. It's like, oh. It was interesting. I love that shit. I love that shit. But okay, finally, I have not seen it. I'm seeing it this weekend. But Wicked seems to be rising in the ranks. If you guys would have asked me a couple months ago, would I have Wicked on my list? I would not. I would have had Gladiator 2.
I was a huge doubter of this.
Same.
But I was wrong. I'll admit it. I was wrong.
Exactly. Edgar, is Wicked on your list for Best Picture?
Now it is. I just updated it. I took Gladiator 2 for Wicked.
Yeah, I had Gladiator 2 on there and towards the bottom, but now I have Wicked, and it's not at the bottom. I have it close to where Josh has.
So do we have the same top 5 so far?
1, 2. Dune's in my top 5. I put Emilia Perez at number 6, and Dune's at number 3.
I have Dune at 3 too.
Yeah.
Conclave at 4, Emilia at 5, Wicked at 7.
Okay. Yeah. So we all have the same top 7, I think. Anora, Brutalist, Dune, Conclave, Wicked, Sing Sing, Emilia Perez, somewhere in that order.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Speaking of again, Wicked. I think Wicked is it's an interesting flick. The music is going to be contagious for audience members. It's the biggest musical. I don't even know if it's one of it. Is it like just in general the biggest musical?
I think it's like the longest running or one of the longest running like Broadway musicals, and it's probably the most popular.
Yeah, I think like the Lion King musical is iconic. Yeah. But anyways, Wicked is just having a huge wave of support, both in terms of like the music, the adaptation. The Wicked fans are eating this.
This movie is going to be the biggest movie of the year, I think.
In terms of,
I mean, I don't know if it'll be Inside Out 2, but it's gonna be pretty close. Yeah,
it's not. You think this is getting past Deadpool and Wolverine?
What's that at?
1.3.
Probably.
Yeah. Nah.
What? No, it's not.
I think it crosses the billion for sure.
You think so?
No, yeah. I don't even think that, and I have it on my number 2.
My audience was going ape shit.
Yeah, but okay. Real side.
Every screen, like most screens are sold out. Like it's a big thing.
No. I get that. But side note. I think the reason why I still think Wicked is gonna do really well at the box office, but unlike something like Gladiator, Wicked has way more competition during the fall and winter with other family movies, whereas something like Gladiator kind of serves as like almost like counter programming.
I don't think Gladiator is gonna do well at all.
I mean, have you seen the international numbers? It's already like at 100 something.
Yeah, Gladiator's gonna do really well, especially. Yeah, it's gonna do well.
But I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing them like in terms of like which one has the better chance of getting like nominations or anything. I'm just saying like I don't know how many people are gonna return for an almost 3-hour musical. Especially when there's stupid people that didn't even know it was a musical.
I am.
I don't think that. I don't know. We'll see.
I am curious to see how Wicked does next weekend when also a 4-quadrant family movie in Moana 2 has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it has more competition in that terrain than something like Gladiator.
True. But yeah, I don't think, for me, I think Wicked's capping out at around 800, 850.
Yeah.
I don't know about 1 billion, but I wouldn't be surprised at this rate. It's because right now it's going to have like that similar Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spider-Verse 120, 130 opening.
This could definitely easily leg it out like Wonka last year.
It definitely
all the way to January, February. Yeah.
What did Wonka top out at?
I think 600, I want to say. And this is going to do way more than this.
Good for Paul Keane.
Yeah, and good for Timmy. Yeah.
Good for Paddington.
I mean, the Nets Fight movie doesn't really look that good, but
I've heard good things.
Like
I've heard mid. I've heard it's mid.
I've heard good. I mean, I haven't seen any of the Paddington movies, so I can't compare.
Commentary.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is it coming out this January?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta hurry up. Where were we? So yeah, Emilia Perez. What are you guys' thoughts on Dune? Dune Part 2 is, I think, it's still my favorite movie of the year.
I think the same as far as Oscars. It's the same as the first movie. It's like solidly in there, not winning, not it's snubbed.
Not until Messiah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because it's like it's the best movie here. But yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. It's like, do people forget? Do people forget the brilliance of what
the genre, man? Genre is a crazy thing.
It's wild. And I love Anora. It's probably like my number 2 or 3 of the year. But
really?
Dune Part 2 is just solidly in. Yeah, I love Anora. Substance probably number 2. But Dune Part 2 is just flawless. Like some of the best score of the year. I mean, I haven't seen Brutalist, but for me, so far, my favorite score of the year.
It also came out in March, though.
It did.
And I know that's been getting less of a like indicator, but for this type of movie, release is important.
Man, if Dune came out like the first week in December or in November, like, man, that'd have been
like last year.
Yeah,
if
I don't
Gladiator,
think yeah.
If Gladiator and Dune would have switched like release dates, I think right now Dune would be like.
Oh yeah.
Well, Gladiator wouldn't even be in the conversation if it came out in March. People would have forgot about it. I think. Yeah.
Dune would be like top 3.
Easily.
Top 2 even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Oh man, but
like, if it came out last year, do we think it would have?
Nah.
Same places as this year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Nolan was driving home with that award in July. Yeah. But yeah, I wish Dune deserves to be higher than like Emilia, Wicked, Conclave, in my opinion. It deserves to be a top 3 movie for sure. And maybe it is. We don't really know. But yeah, I just feel like in terms of the blockbuster support, Wicked has it.
They are campaigning like hell, so we'll see.
Yeah, we saw a lot of I'm about to say Zoe Saldana, but
Zendaya.
Wow, I'm like breaking on Zendaya's name. The most popular actress in the world. Yeah, Zendaya is doing a lot of interviews, Q&As, press, exactly, for challengers and for Dune Part 2. Good for her.
R.I.P. challengers.
I don't know.
I have it in one category. We'll get to it. I have it in one category.
Is it the same one that we all were thinking about?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it could sneak in other places too, but we'll see.
Okay. But speaking about sneaking in, what do we think about Sing Sing down at number 7? It's my number 7 as well, I think.
It's my 6.
This is crazy because this time last year, Sing Sing had already came out. It came out like in TIFF, I think, of last year. And that was like,
people were saying this is gonna win Best Picture next year.
Yeah, it was gonna win Best Picture. Coleman is
A24.
Yeah, Coleman is walking home with the award. Now cut to this year, December 2024, and Sing Sing has been fleeting from people's minds.
They are planning to come back though. We'll see if it pans out, but they could pull a fucking Coda,
yeah,
very well could. I
hope so.
I think this is a much better movie than Coda, so I would be happy.
Coda has like that uplifting feel to it. Like Sing Sing is uplifting at times, but it's also very like
brutal.
Sad.
Way more interesting. Yeah.
It's sad. It's more interesting, yeah, but it's like sad in like the harsh reality of the prison system.
And like putting that cast on the sad stage, like come on, they gotta.
Right.
Does that movie still
Um,
have the best supporting performance of the year? I think so. It's definitely top 3.
it's top 3. I love Kieran though.
As far as actor, or just like both categories?
I mean like the supporting like performance, like supporting actor.
Yeah. Clarence Macklin.
I
He's
don't know.
phenomenal.
He's great. I really love Kieran Culkin though.
Me too. I love Kieran. I think Kieran just does a
Yeah.
lot of a lot of.
You could argue he's just playing Roman Roy light, but it's great.
Yeah, I think he's a lot more. I don't say he has more depth than Roman. Of course, Roman has like 4 seasons.
There's differences.
But yeah, there's differences. Now I'm very curious about this next one here. Do I have it on my list? Nickel Boys. It's my number 10. I'm just curious about it. I'm just curious because it's been getting. I think
it's the critic flame is off the charts. It's like one of the best critic movies of the year.
Yeah, it's getting like near universal acclaim critically, but it hasn't come out yet. I watched the trailer for it. My dad, I watched the trailer for it. My dad was like, "Yeah, I'm not. That looks weird."
It's doing something really interesting, which could work in its favor or could work against it.
Exactly. I think it's a double-edged sword. I think it's very interesting, and people like us would eat up that kind of.
I feel like the director's branch is going to go for it. We'll get to it later, but I think it's going to do well there.
Yeah.
But everybody elsewhere, we'll see.
You just have to wait and see. I think with Nickel Boys is I gotta say it's a very vulnerable film on this list. It's very vulnerable.
Beside After Sing Sing, there's these bottom 3 to go anywhere.
I concur. I concur. Can you scroll down a bit? There we go.
That's what I have right now.
I think that's my list as well. Different order. I have Substance at 9, Real Pain at 8, and Nickel Boys at 10.
You have Substance in too. Interesting.
I do. I had Substance at 9. And looking at Gold Derby, they really didn't. They had films like September 5 still in there, but
that's fair. Yeah, it could happen. Complete Unknown, I feel like, is the spoiler.
Complete Unknown is the spoiler. Both A Real Pain and Complete Unknown are Fox Searchlight. Fox Searchlight knows how to put forth a great campaign. But speaking of Gold Derby, I was just looking at the left side of the list here. Gladiator 2, September 5, Blitz, A Complete Unknown, and then
Blitz is fucking dead. Come on now.
I think the Substance, compared to all the movies I just mentioned, Gladiator, September, Blitz, Complete Unknown, I think the Substance has much more fan appeal. Has more passion. Yeah, more passion, more support. It's a lot of people's favorite movie of the year. It's a movie that they'll leave 2024 thinking about compared to a lot of movies. It's what?
Memorable as fuck. And the whole Demi Moore of it all too.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Margaret Qualley is fantastic. It has some of the best editing of the year, some of the best direction of the year. I completely adored The Substance. It gets crazy at the end, but I had fun with it. And I think this movie is it's really fun, and it has a lot to say as well. So I really like the script. I like the direction. I like the editing. I like the performances. I like the overall look of the movie. It's just, again, like Josh was saying, it has a lot of passion, and I'm one of those people. I think it's just one of the movies I can't stop thinking about. And hopefully that's the case for Oscar voters. I hope this really translates and this isn't like a May-December situation going on here.
You gotta give it to Mubi too, because they're campaigning the fuck out of this. It's
for sure.
I see ads everywhere. I see social media stuff everywhere.
Yeah, definitely movies.
Voters and audiences. I think this did do well.
Definitely Mubi's biggest movie so far. Yeah,
they're doing better than A24. That's for sure.
We'll see.
In terms of The Substance compared to Sing Sing, yeah, we'll see how they do with Brutalist for sure. Yeah, but yeah, some of the movies on this list that could definitely contend with the 10 that we mentioned is Gladiator 2. Is Gladiator 2 going to have some contention
there? I don't know.
Can it rise? We'll see what happens. It could fall off as soon as finally the guild start weighing in. Gladiator 2 could fall off, but a lot of people are having fun with it. It's a very fun movie according to a lot of people. September 5, Josh and I, we've talked about it off air, but I think it's dead. But it's a weird movie.
It's interesting. It's interesting because people are saying it's very clearly Oscars bait, and I know it's a different academy. They don't usually go for that stuff as much anymore. But who knows? If it did release, it's Paramount. They could campaign it. We'll see. But it just has controversy behind it, and I don't know.
I mean, it has controversy based on what's going on right now. It's bad timing, but I think they are encapsulating the events of what happened during those Olympics. I've heard that they're capturing those events well, at least, and it's a thrilling movie.
I've heard it's messy with politics, but
okay,
I mean that just could be that reviewer, but we'll see.
And it's interesting, they are. I haven't seen the movie, but they are going from the perspective of the news people. They're not going over like this is what happened and like the order of events or whatever. It's just from the perspective of the news people and like capture those events.
Spotlight won Best Picture, so who knows?
Yeah, and Spotlight was a near flawless movie in my mind. I love that movie. September 5 isn't getting that spotless acclaim.
Why is it called September 5? Not 5th. That's so dumb.
I don't know. I hate saying December 5 too. I hate it.
Yeah.
Blitz though, I think I finally saw Blitz now. Edgar and Josh had already seen it. I think Blitz is a very fine movie.
Very solid. This would have won Best Picture like 2 decades ago.
Maybe. But I think the kid was great. I think Sorsa was good. But overall, it felt very it felt simple. Like I was engaged by that time.
Between movie.
Yeah, it felt tame. It didn't have like a lot to say. It was a solid war flick. And then Complete Unknown. We have not seen it, but again, as we were talking about earlier, reactions have come out, and I think people are mostly saying it's a very good movie. I'm not hearing any like this is the best movie of the year acclaim from it, but people are saying it's a very good movie. Timothée Chalamet is of course really good in it. I think he's definitely a lot to get in, but I hear a lot more support for the supporting actresses. Melissa Barbaro, I forget her first name.
Monica Barbaro, I think.
Monica Barbaro, okay. Monica Barbaro,
mostly Monica.
Yeah, Elle Fanning, I think you can just look off the trailers. Elle Fanning is going to be 11 inches towards the beginning of his life. I'm not a huge Bob Dylan fan, so I'm not really know his life. But I think Elle Fanning's towards the beginning, and Monica comes in towards the end, kind of like clinches it up in terms of a supporting role. So I hear a lot of praise for her. It makes the supporting actress category very, very tricky. But yeah, and also a lot of praise for Edward Norton, who's going to be positioning himself as best supporting actor. So he could play a spoiler in there. But again, it's called A Complete Unknown, and I think its Oscar chances are a complete unknown. So
yeah,
I'm not
really it's fitting in a bit more smoothly now, but we just have to see what it actually is going to be. Besides those, though, I don't know if anything else is spoiled. I mean, Cedar State of Vid has been like maybe, but I think the substance is taking over that international spot.
International spot for the substance? Why?
Wait, as far as director.
Is she French?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Farge is pretty French.
Corinne Farge. Yep.
I'm seeing the piano lesson tonight or tomorrow, so I'll see how that goes.
It's out, right?
Yeah, it finally came out.
I've just heard nothing about that movie since TIFF.
Yeah, it's not getting a lot of buzz. It's funny. Back in the day, earlier this year, Samuel Jackson was like the lead in Best Supporting Actress predictions, but now it's like, he's not really in the movie that much. It's like, oh, okay, never mind then.
Then Daniel Deadweiler is like still top 3, I think.
I agreed. So go below C to take a pick. Is there anything else like to even mention here?
Nope.
Robot, Nosferatu.
I mean, out of all of these, I think Challengers has the best like chance at spoiling, but I don't believe in it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Nosferatu had its moment, but I think that's more of a tech movie.
Yeah,
it had its night.
Saturday Night had its moment too, but that's dead.
Dead in the water. Yeah.
Joker.
That's gone, dead and gone.
Night Bitch, dead.
Yeah.
Queer, dead.
People had
Thank-
Night Bitch and Queer in the top 10.
Thank you, A24 again.
Well, also,
Don't
I
they-
think Queer ended up, at least I haven't seen it, but from people say it's a lot weirder and divisive than it was expected to be.
And that makes me so excited as a
Yeah, it
huge
makes me
Lucas-
fucking stoked. It's my most anticipated for the rest of the year, but
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. It's not a word saying. Maria, dead also. Edgar, you've seen Maria. What are your thoughts?
I don't know, because I guess you could compare it, like you could say that Maria is this year's like Maestro in terms of like it's like a similar kind of style in terms of telling like a biopic of a certain artist. But I can see Angelina maybe getting in, but I don't see the movie getting nominated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her
it's a
getting in
single
will be the
solo
win.
nom.
Yeah. Let's go to the next category.
Furiosa and his three daughters should be in here, but nope.
Yeah, Furiosa should be on this list. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic movie. But yeah.
Kinds of Kindness. I forgot about that movie.
I really like Kinds of Kindness.
It's great,
I really,
though,
really
yeah.
like it. Yeah.
I remember about Kinds of Kindness when it was coming out, like the reviews of like, oh, this is like better than Poor Things. It's gonna perform even better. This is like Emma Stone's best work yet, and I'm like, yeah, I love the movie. Like it's really good, but
If it was coming out in the fall, maybe. But
Yeah.
Maybe. But it's an anthology. It never had a chance.
yeah. All right, director. This will be interesting.
my boy, my son.
My boy is my son.
I feel like this is so up in there because, like, I don't know. I
Guys.
want Brady Corbett to win, but I think it's Sean Baker's time.
Well, for one, just at the overall list, I'm really worried for my boy Denis Villeneuve. I really want him to get in.
He's
God.
fine.
Do we have a
God,
repeat?
guys, I'm scared as fuck. I
It's
I
possible,
think,
too. I think it's possible.
People have
Messiah,
him-
Evan, be hopeful for Messiah.
but I think Dune Part 2 I haven't read Dune Messiah, but I think like Dune Part 2 just feels like
It should
a
get
hard
in the
movie to
fucking
top.
win.
Like, do
Or
we
at
think
least
Dune
the
Messiah
top
could be?
nomination?
Do we think Dune Messiah could be like a better movie than Dune Part 2?
Here's the thing. I don't think Messiah could.
As someone
be
who's read
better.
Messiah, yeah, Edgar.
Yeah, I don't think Messiah, because like again, it's very interesting because there's not a lot of action set pieces in Messiah. It's a straight political drama. So I guess maybe from that perspective, I could see how.
And that's how the first movie was, and what would happen.
Yeah. Maybe that's how it could get into like winning more awards. But the thing about Dune Part 2 is that it really does have like that like almost Return of the King epicness. And I just like Messiah is great. It has the epic scale, but it doesn't have like the epic storytelling of like all of these things coming together. It's just like it feels like an epilogue in a sense of what
Yeah.
Dune is.
And
So,
I know
yeah.
people are also worried because Denis did mention like, what's one word you can describe Dune Messiah? And he said war. And people are like, oh, does that mean there's going to be conflict in action in a political drama like Messiah?
There is, but all of it happens in the background. You don't really like.
Okay.
You don't dive into it. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm confident in Denis to tell the story because again, he has taken liberties with the material, and I'm confident that Denis knows what he's doing for Messiah. I'm just worried. I'm like, if they don't give it to him here, are they going to give him to him in Messiah? I'm just not that confident in that storyline. But yeah, again, I have him at my number 3 as well. I really want him to get in, but the top 2 here seem to
Top
be
2 are locked, and
Locked.
that's it.
Baker
That's
and
it.
Corbett. Yeah, Baker and Corbett are locked. Who's gonna win? People like to do the whole, Anora gets picture, Corbett gets director, and I'm like, how often does that happen? Where they can just like pick and choose? It's usually just a swell. It usually just like if it wins picture, it might just get director. It might just be like that.
I want Brady
I don't know.
Corbett to win, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
I think
is he gonna have
he
as much
deserves it
love?
over Sean Baker, personally.
Is he gonna have as much love and support as Baker does have?
I hope
in
so
that?
for making a fucking 3.5 hour American epic shot on this division for fucking $6 million. Like that's insane. No one does that.
True. Is this both Corbett and Baker's first time on the list if they make it in? Would it be they're both first timers?
Yep.
Okay, but Baker has made more films than Corbett, so his name is out there more than Corbett.
I think they're the same.
Are they? Okay, never mind then.
4 films, yeah.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, I'm just curious. Right, I have Sean Baker at my number one because I just think Anora is a slightly more likely to win Best Picture.
I feel like if there was any year where they did split it, it would be this year because it's so up in the air between both of them.
That's fair. That's very fair. But yeah,
I don't know what's the most likely scenario though.
Yeah, are they going to go with Anora, or are they going to go with Sean Baker because they already love Anora, or are they going to go with their appreciation for Corbett?
I feel like it's not real. Like, doesn't show in my predictions here, but what I've started to think about, like, I just haven't changed it yet. Anora wins picture, Corbett wins director, Baker wins screenplay.
It could be like Anora picture, Corbett director, Adrian Brody best actor, Mikey Madison actress. Like, that's crazy. And then
screenplay they could give it to Baker.
They can give it to Baker. So they could go like back to back tag team in these Oscars.
And I think it's the best chance we've have of that because both films are right neck to neck. At least at this point.
Yeah.
And it's been rare. We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. Again, usually it's one big movie and the rest are scavenging.
But even Coda came and nothing, like Power Dog, no shot on Oscar night. But everyone knew Coda was winning.
But did Coda win director? She won screenplay. I forget who won director.
Oh yeah, Jane Campion won director. That's
Jane
right.
Campion, I think, still won director.
Yeah, so they could do that.
Deservedly so. People like to shit on Power of the Dog these days, but I think it's a very good movie.
I love it. I think it's way better than Coda personally, but
Coda, like I was one of those people where Coda just spoke to me. I loved that movie.
It's good.
But yeah, I haven't revisited it, so I don't know. But anyways,
it's not like the memorable Best Picture. It's a good movie, but it doesn't.
But yeah, so two are tight. We talked about Denis. I think Denis in on Gold Derby. He's at the bottom for 5, and that just gets me nervous. But I have Denis over somebody like a Jacques Adillard. Did I say his name? Jacques Adillard.
Jacques Adillard, yeah.
And Adillard. And he's not even on your list.
I feel like the director's branch is doing a director's branch. I know Emilia Perez is that movie that they usually go for, but the substance is this year. And Ramel Ross is doing probably the most interesting thing besides Brady Corbett in this category. Like everything I've heard about Nick Boys is the direction. So I feel like and the director's branch will love like movies that showcase direction, obviously.
Really? Tell me more.
But like most best director categories don't. It's his best picture. This is top 5. You know, whereas director's branches actually care about like what they're doing. It's a branch, not a jury.
That's true, and I think we saw that last year as well with the surprise.
Justine Triet got in.
Exactly, Justine over Greta Gerwig, which is why some people think John M. Chu has a chance.
No.
Nope. I don't think that's happening. I don't want to call people out, but yeah, I don't think John M. Chu has a chance here. Nope. Even though Wicked is rising in terms of appeal, I just don't think that's happening for director. I don't have Ramel Ross on my list. I have to wait and see what the overall response is to Nickel Boys. Are casual voters even watching this movie? Are they going to watch that movie?
What else is Nickel Boys going to get if it's in? I don't think it's getting in. Like I feel like director is what it's going to have.
Could it get cinematography?
Yeah,
I think that could be it. But for right now, I do have Edward Berger as my number 4.
I feel like he's going back up. He went down, but he's going back up.
Yeah, I had him out for a long time because I just thought like, oh, Conclave is just like a basic movie. But then I saw it, I see the response to it, I'm like, okay. I still don't think he could be in. I mean, I like Conclave a lot. I wouldn't put him in personally.
I would rather have him than Audiard. For sure.
That's fair. RDR
I
does
just
some
RDR
solid
does
stuff.
more interesting things. Like Emilia Perez has a more interesting direction, but I think it's kind of sloppy sometimes.
That's fair. Yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword in terms of its direction. While Edward is more
Murder is
consistent.
just so tight. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my number 5, I had the same thing here. I have Coralie Farge, the substance.
You have her in too. Okay.
I have her in. Gold Derby seems to have her at number 8 there, 7. I can't count. 7. So I just think this could be a year where we can just all male directors. I think that's very possible and boring.
Yeah.
I
swear.
I just think. What?
I mean, this is probably the most likely year for that to happen, but we have Farge. Like, why?
Like, come on, Coralie just did some incredible stuff in the substance. Some of the
We're gonna have another repeat of Josh saying no women.
No women.
No women. Possibly, it's very possible. Like Coralie, for at least for me, it's wishful thinking.
I think substance is either like 5 sits nominations or 0. There's no in between.
No, it's at least getting makeup. That's 1. It's guaranteed 1.
Okay, fine. 7 sits or 1.
Yeah. But man, like I wanted to get more than 1. This shouldn't be the Godzilla -1 effect where it can just get visual effects.
I mean, I feel like that movie was too late, and it was also Godzilla, which is why that happened.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's more interesting as far as an awards player. I don't know. I feel like it's rising for sure.
I agree. Ed, do you have Edgar? Do you have Coralie on your list?
What's your list?
Yeah, mine is basically the exact same list as yours. Evan, I think you were the one who had did you have Brady on 1 or 2?
I have Brady as 2.
Okay.
I have Brady, then Denis, then Edward, and then Coralie.
Yeah, it's basically the same list. I just have Baker and Corvette switch.
Yeah, Brady went in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope
that's definitely possible.
I think that I just think this could be like another repeat of like the La La Land and Moonlight.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah,
great comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a close one as well.
Too close, some might say.
Way too close.
Yeah. What a crazy year. I remember being in my apartment being like, oh my God, what the heck is happening?
That was the core memory for sure.
That was, that's ingrained in our minds. That's crazy. It's like Moonlight won.
That was a canon event.
Yes.
For a lot of people that that's when Babylon was born.
That's when that's what started.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Next category. Before we move on, next category actually. Other options besides the one that we talked about. I don't think Ridley Scott is. Yeah.
He should have gotten in for The Last Duel, but yeah, he's not.
Last Duel was great.
Last Duel was great. Rewatch it.
Yeah.
Mohammed Rasulov.
Lucas should be in the conversation for challengers. That fucking movie moves so fucking well.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Challengers should be like in every category, but
it really should.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think everything else is just not happening here at
James
all.
Mangold maybe, but I don't see that happening with this Shredder's branch.
Yeah, he didn't get in for like Ford v Ferrari either, so I don't know.
In no world would George Miller get in for Furiosa, but if it was my awards,
where's he at?
Stay tuned for the Heartbreak Feels Good awards because he's gonna be there.
Yeah, for sure. He's not even on that top 20.
And we will not announce our winners again.
Probably just do them all at the same time.
Next category.
All right. Actress is what I have.
Let's see.
Not confident in it.
I think this is. Let's see here. Similar to mine. I might have taken Saoirse out. So I have Mikey, followed by Angelina, followed by Demi Moore, followed by
Gascon,
and lastly Nicole Kidman. So
I don't know.
compared to yours, I have Angelina just one spot higher, and I have Demi Moore on the list. I'm riding high on Demi Moore getting.
You have
in.
Kidman in?
I do. Kidman is my number 5.
Okay.
The Academy loves her. She got in for being the fucking Ricardos, so she's getting in for Baby Girl.
It's also Baby Girl though. It's a erotic thriller, so that's interesting.
That is interesting
for that.
But is this Mikey to lose, guys? Is it over?
It's over.
Yeah. Game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over. Josh's favorite
This is
movie.
the this is the first lock of the season, I think.
I think so as well. I want her to have the Kihoi Kwan sweep. Just go in there. You know you're winning. You're gonna have your 10,000
maybe
awards.
Carla could take like sad or something. I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't see it happening, but what are the chances of Cynthia getting in? I don't think they're like.
I think it's high.
I think it's very high. Yeah, I think number 5. Number 5. No, number 5. I don't think Source is in, but you could have Cynthia or Demi or Marine. Jean-Baptiste. I think any of those are very likely. Cynthia could just ride the wave of the Wicked wave.
She's dating sad for sure. For sure, dating sad.
Yeah,
sad was her.
I just don't know. You know,
she got in for Harriet. Like she squeaked in for that movie for the Oscar.
Harriet was the Best Actress nomination.
She got in for that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's
she was good in the movie.
Well, the movie wasn't really anything.
No, the movie's not good, but she was good in it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they love her.
Speaking of that, Saoirse Ronan could have that effect where the outrun is pretty mid, but it's Saoirse Ronan and the Academy loves her. So
yeah,
that's why Josh's list could hold some weight.
You don't believe in the Demi Moore train, Josh?
I do, but I just don't know. Like I'm just so conflicted at this point. I'm sure at some point I'll swap her, but I think Saoirse is getting in. Because I don't know. I did not think that run was going to be a thing, but like it's been steady in the season all year.
It really has.
Conversation.
But are people talking about it now compared to the fucking Substance or even Wicked? No.
But it's Saoirse Ronan though.
It is, but yeah, at the end of the day, like, you know, buzz aside.
And I didn't love that run. I think it's interesting if they're that, but she's fucking incredible in it. It's a deserved nomination.
Exactly. I think buzz aside, which again, I think Demi Moore and Cynthia Erivo have that in spades. I think the performance is like Saoirse is really, really good in the outrun. And there's a number of clips that you can just send to the Academy and be like, this is her Oscar clip, at least for a nomination.
Yeah.
But you can do the same thing for Demi. I don't know about Cynthia. I haven't seen the movie. I think so. But
yeah. But she's not. I think Ariana. We'll get to it, but I think Ariana steals the show from her. So,
which is crazy, especially Cynthia having that Broadway background.
Yeah. Also, Marianne Jean-Baptiste. That's could be a BAFTA thing. That's Sweetson. Could be Jessie Buckley.
Exactly. Man, this is that 5th spot. But I think we're all in agreement that Mikey, Carla, Angelina, or at least Mikey, Carla, Angelina. Those 3 are
top 3 are lots. Yeah.
4 and 5 could go either way. We could Nicole Kidman maybe not could get in, and we could have Demi Moore and Saoirse, or Cynthia and Demi Moore. So you never really know. But I think it ends. I think the competition ends at Saoirse Ronan. I think everybody below that, or Fernando Torres is having some support for I'm Still Here.
He's starting to get a bit of support, yeah. But it is Sony Pictures Classics, which they know how to campaign actors. So anything dropping.
100%, dude. 100%.
We'll see.
I'm Still Here doing great box office wise in Brazil, by the way, as well.
Amy Adams dead. She's great, but I feel like the movie's just not a thing.
Man, we really wanted this to be Amy's year. We really wanted this.
That movie died the minute that trailer dropped.
Yeah.
I think it's better than the trailer, but it's still not as interesting as it could be.
Speaking of campaigns, Kate Winslet has been campaigning. Her and I think what's
Riseborough situation.
Yeah, Andrea Riseborough situation. It could be like, you know, I saw some I didn't see the screening, but there was a screening that Leo DiCaprio did with Kate Winslet about Lee. So she is campaigning the movie. People are going to see Lee. Did it already come out?
I think it's out already. I don't know if people are seeing this movie, Evan.
I mean, people in the academy. I mean, people in the academy are seeing the movie.
Because this movie was at AFI last year, so it was at a festival last year.
Oh wow!
Zendaya, you should be in the conversation.
Oh yeah,
she should. Let's go.
But then there's people with the conversation: is she lead? Is she supporting?
Yeah, I think those are 3 leads.
Yeah, I would put her
Or 3
as
supporting.
a lead.
It's I don't know.
I don't know. I could go either way for that one. I wouldn't.
3-hander for sure.
Yeah.
Room Next Door. Edgar, what do you think?
Dead.
Yeah.
They're really good, but even like I like their work in that movie, but it's given the subject matter, I think it's maybe too silly for the Academy. Like it feels like a theater play at times, and I mean that as a compliment. I don't mean it like to bash it or anything. But yeah, compared to like the others, like work from the other actors, like it's more showy. Like Angelina's vocal work in Maria is very impressive. Mickey's performance in Anora is very showy. So I think those are just like more, in your face kind of performances.
June Squibb for Thelma. She's campaigning a lot, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
She is also campaigning.
She went to the Gladiator 2 premiere.
Daisy, not for this movie, but for Sometimes I Think About Dying, should be in here, but that movie's way too small.
Yeah.
Lily Rose Depp. I guess we could say, me and Edgar saw Nosferatu a while ago. I think she's fucking incredible in this movie, but horror movies don't get actor nominations now.
If anybody was getting Best Actress for any horror movie this year, I would give it to I'm blanking on the name.
Naomi Scott.
Oh well, yeah, that too. But no, I was thinking about the girl from Strange Darling. Why am I blanking on her name?
Oh, Lilith Fitzgerald.
Yeah, she's great.
She doesn't have a shot. Great, yeah. But yeah, Naomi Scott should fucking be in all these.
At least top 10.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, next category. This is a lot more not as like.
We have another lock.
I think we do. I agree. I think we do.
One more lock.
Same list as you, Josh. I only have Ralph and Coleman switch, but it's the exact same list.
Yeah.
I
think this is consensus 5 at this point.
I recently took off Daniel Craig.
Really?
I put in Jesse Eisenberg. I was convinced.
Oh, okay.
I was convinced, especially after seeing A Real Pain myself. That dinner scene,
great,
with Jesse,
right? He's fucking great.
That dinner scene is
like not getting enough acclaim for how good he is.
Exactly. People were talking about Jesse in terms of his direction, I think, which was great.
His writing,
which was great. But he had that dinner scene was powerful stuff. And I think people are more so talking about A Real Pain.
Surprised
more
he's
than
this high on Gold Derby, to be honest.
I was surprised too. I looked at it. I was like, oh wow, okay. So I'm not like I'm not crazy. But yeah. So what do you guys think? You guys have also seen like Gladiator 2. Like, is Paul great? Oh, you haven't seen it.
I like Paul Mescal in the movie, but again, he's good. But like when you're acting opposite Denzel Washington, your work kind of seems Yeah, like the thing about him is that he makes the material work, but I don't think the actual material gives him much to do. He's like a very by the numbers kind of hero archetype.
Okay, so it's not like, because I just saw Gladiator. It's not like what
like
Russell Crowe was doing.
Yeah, like they try to give him like a speech, kind of like Russell Crowe, like one of those like epic moments that you have in the original movie. But and it works fine for the movie, but you're comparing that to Russell Crowe, like yeah.
But yeah, I think going back to what we said earlier, I think Adrian Brody is at this point a lock.
Evan, you're not ready for the best performance of the year.
I can't wait. Which is shocking because I still have Coleman number 2. I think Coleman was just fantastic in Sing Sing. A lot of gut wrenching work. There's an argument scene where I don't want to spoil it, but like Coleman's character hits he hits rock bottom in a moment in the movie, and it's gut wrenching. It's a phenomenal performance.
It's like an awards like Oscar clip type of material. Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally, I can see her. I can envision it right now. I can envision
That's
it right
clip.
now.
Yep.
I think Coleman's just some great work. And the last shot of that movie is just tears. Anyways, having said that, I agree with what you're saying. I just agree with the buzz around Adrian Brody.
Great fine.
Just going back to Adrian Brody, just saying that like I think he's super strong in this category.
He's the quintessential like Oscar performance. He has an accent. He's crying, he's screaming, he's monologuing, like he's doing it all. He's subtle too. He has some subtle shit in there too. Like he's everything. That's
great to hear. And again, contrary to what like Variety say, Variety has like Timothy Chalamet winning. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet is winning. Like, that's not going to happen. It was not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Timothy's
Clayton
on the
Davis
list.
just puts what is recent at the top. That's how he's always been.
Recent and what like his boss tells him to do. Variety. But anyways, yeah, I think Timothy's on the list. I agree with you. I think Timothy's more secure than Craig.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just see like who's talking about queer
I think now. Yeah, I didn't update this, but since Reaction came out, but I think now he's in there more.
I think nobody's talking about queer. Jesse Eisenberg's like doing a lot. He's out.
Queer's not out yet. Also,
true. So we'll see. But I feel like Jesse Eisenberg is hitting that circuit hard.
He is,
especially
Sebastian Stan is trying, but they're not denying him.
Which is wild. Yeah, just Josh is talking about people listening have not heard about it, but like Variety did ask him to be on Actors on Actors, where you act or where you interview another actor. Sebastian Stan was going to do it, but other actors didn't want to go opposite him.
I don't know if it's actors or I think it's their publicists.
Publicists didn't want their actors talking to Sebastian about Donald Trump. Which is stupid.
But like also publicists aren't voting, so it could translate. This could help him. It's interesting.
Yeah, probably not.
But he's also Trump, which is another big con.
Yeah, but I heard he's really good in the movie.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard he's not just doing an impression. He's doing.
Have you seen Edgar?
Which is great.
Yeah, we talked about it. You kind of insulted the director, remember?
Did I? I'm sorry. What did I say?
No, because I said like Evan asked me like, oh, who directed it? And then I just said the name, and then he was like, oh, I thought it was somebody important.
Yeah, I did say that.
Oh, yeah.
I did say that. My bad. I'm sorry.
But it's all in good. It's all good. It's good. Basically what Josh said, Sebastian is really good in the movie. He's not playing a caricature. He's not doing an impression. He's actually like, embodying an actual character within the movie. I just don't see it happening, especially with everything that has happened this month. Yeah, I don't see it.
I don't know if you guys have seen A Different Man, but he should get in for that movie. He's fucking incredible in A Different Man.
I heard he's really good in that.
He's so good.
But yeah, contrary to Best Actress, where there's a couple spots that can go here and there, I think right now is just that fifth spot. Could it go to Craig, Jesse, Sebastian, slightly maybe Paul, but I think after that is just over.
Yeah, I don't think Paul has a shot at all.
Yeah, all these names are just not happening. It ends.
I would love Glenn Powell, but
I would love Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell should be on.
That's not lead though, is it?
He's a supporting.
He's supporting,
but he's incredible.
Is he supporting? Yeah.
He's supporting Evan. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have two leads in the ladies.
Yeah.
Chloe East was really good in that movie.
All three of them are fucking great.
I mean, I knew Sophie Thatcher was going to. She's always great. Yeah. But Chloe East, I was like, who is she? I never seen her.
Filmans.
Who is she?
She's his girlfriend in Filmans.
Oh, she was? Okay.
Yeah,
which one? The
Christian one.
The religious one? Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Good for her.
She played two religious characters back to back.
I'm a weirdo.
Weirdo. Oh, Jar Jar. I was like, am I watching a Jar Jar impression in a horror movie? This is amazing. This is great. Has he seen The Phantom Menace? Probably.
No, I doubt it.
You doubt it? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people saw that movie. I don't know.
What? Who you mean?
Yeah, it has Hugh Grant seen the film.
Oh yeah,
No,
Like,
no.
You don't think so? Come on. I think
It's not a Jar Jar impression. That's what makes it funny.
There's that. I don't know. But yeah, the best actor category. I think the past 2 years now have not been that exciting.
I think like most years it's not that exciting.
Most years, yeah. I can't remember the last. I think.
Remember Paul Mescal, the one he got in for, was like just scraping the bottom of the barrel.
What year was very exciting for best actor?
I can't think of one.
There was that one year where it was like close between Denzel and Casey Affleck. That was a fun year.
That was a while ago, though.
That was a while ago. Yeah, that was 2016,
2018,
2017.
17, something like
2016.
16.
Because that was a very like Denzel was great, but then also Casey Affleck was really good. So,
But Ryan
anyway.
Gosling also.
Yep.
Speaking of Denzel, wait, who's supporting actress? Or supporting?
First off,
Speaking of Denzel, supporting actress.
I mean, we wanted to nominate him, isn't it?
So here we go. Here we go. Josh,
Give me a flash, but I
this
think
shit.
it's happening. We talked about this bit like the other night on chat.
Mhm.
Okay,
So Josh,
what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
I think like she's the highlight of Wicked for me. Everything she does is incredible. She's hilarious. She's like has emotional moments. She's a great singer. Supporting actress, that's a big category for musicals. Just like a couple years ago, Ariana DeBose, which I think is a similar situation that we have here. Not as much competition, first timer, just stealing the show from their movie that they're in. I think it's Ariana Grande this year.
Yeah, I think I fought against that because it just I saw it. I was watching Gladiator with Nathan, then I saw that in the chat. I was like, oh, let me see what's going on here. Because Edgar was like, let me see Evan's reaction.
Did you think on it though? And am I more right?
I did think on it, and when I was arguing against it, I'm arguing against the win. But I think she's my number 2. I have Zoe at number 1.
Yeah.
Followed by.
I don't think it's Kim.
Ariana.
It's a similar performance, but I don't think it's Ryan Gosling.
I think there's not as much competition. There's not, but the competition that is there is Zoe Zhao.
Yeah, but it's also a musical, and Wicked's the bigger musical.
Wicked is the bigger musical.
Ariana Grande is the more fun, memorable performance.
Yes, you're right. But does fun, memorable performance give you the win? I don't think it does. I think Zoe Saldana is a much more appreciated. I mean, just not even close. She's a much more appreciated actor.
Yeah.
She's gonna have more Academy support than.
She's also the best part of her movie.
She's easily the best. I mean, not easily. Yeah. Carla's great too, but like Zoe, who should be the lead, if they
the lead,
who is the lead? Yeah,
that's why. Also, I could why that's another con against her is that she's maybe a bit of a category fraud.
That doesn't matter to the Oscar voters at all. Daniel Kaluuya
for the win.
Daniel Kaluuya won for that one movie. What was that movie with the? I remember it was him and.
But they were both the same though. They were both either supporting or both lead, and they both got supporting nominations.
They both got supporting.
You can't really argue about that.
That's true. But I just think Zoe Saldana.
For Judas, if Lakeith was a lead, or if they were swapped, if Daniel Kaluuya was lead, Lakeith was supporting, that's obviously not right. Fair
enough. But I just think Zoe has again, I have not seen Ariana Grande, but Zoe does a lot of great work in Emilia Perez, especially that one musical number that she absolutely destroys in a great way.
Yeah. So good.
That's what it's called? Okay. I cannot tell you any of the
that's I think their best original song winner too.
I didn't think Zoe does phenomenal work in Emilia Perez. And while
I think you're gonna be surprised by Ariana Grande. I was a denier too, but I was surprised.
While she can have that fun factor, I just think there's no world where
it's not just fun though. She has emotional moments. She does it both.
The third act, especially the last.
Yeah, and the ballroom scene, Edgar, that's so good.
Again, I have her at number 2. I just don't think the win is going to be clinched come
We'll see.
Oscar night.
We'll see.
I'm very
bet. Should we bet?
I would love to. How much? 25?
What's sure? Yeah.
Let's do 25. I'm not doing all 50. I got bills to pay. No. We'll do a friendly 25 mulas. $25. Yeah, virtual shake. We did the same hand. This doesn't matter. I just don't think I can't envision Oscar night. Like Ariana Grande, congratulations for.
But also, like the movies have something to do with it, and Wicked is rising and is going to be a big like populist thing, whereas Emilia Perez, I think, is declining. It has a lot of controversy.
It is declining.
People once it came out, people are hating it. Like,
but Emilia Perez has its fans. It has its fans. Me and you know that. Like people love.
Are those fans in the Academy?
Yes, I think they're going to be. I think they are going to be because again, on a technical level, a lot of the musical numbers are very ambitious and very clear. Some of it isn't, but some of it is. And I don't know. I just don't know when it comes.
Personally, I think Felicity Jones should be winning this, but she's number 3.
She's in my list. She's at my number 3 as well.
She's Edgar, the oneer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Her final scene in that movie.
Oh my god.
Evan, you're not ready.
Or you're not ready for this movie, man.
Maybe you are. You guys have said that 1,000 times. I think I'm ready, motherfucker.
At this point, yeah.
I'll see it come the first week in January next to Den of Thieves 2.
First week of March for sure.
First week
God
of
damn.
March. A week before the Oscars, like fucking Son of Interest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw that literally like the weekend of the Oscars. I saw Son of Interest. But yeah, I just like in my brain, if I fast forward to Oscar night, I can't see her walking up there. I just can't envision that happening. I don't know. Because it's Ariana and because compared to what Zoe does,
the whole first timer thing doesn't matter these days. It doesn't matter.
But it does hinder you. I think it does hinder you. I mean,
more so in lead.
Again, Ariana DeBose had that like big Broadway support.
That's what Ariana Grande has.
From a TV show. She doesn't do Broadway.
In music.
She's a cool music. They don't care. She hasn't been nominated in music ever. So it's just
yes,
like
she has.
for the Academy. But like so what I'm saying is I just don't think the Academy voters are gonna go for a Grande over Zaldana. When pen comes to paper, I think people are gonna put down Zaldana's name over Ariana's name.
I think there's a chance that by March Emilia Perez is dead. So
That is
still around.
That is a great argument. That is a great argument.
Right.
That is a great argument. But I also think it could still be a lot. It could still be a top 5 contender. But so could Wicked. I'm not saying it's going to be. Again, I'm not saying it's not close.
It's interesting because like Wicked is on the rise and Emilia Perez is on the low. So like it's interesting to see this.
But if Emilia Perez is on the low, I think the one thing it got going for it is this category.
Zaldana, yeah, that's fair.
I think Zaldana could be the one thing. If Emilia Perez is dying, I think its only win could be this category. While Wicked and song. While Wicked could have the tech category. I really think Wicked's going to be like people thought Barbie was on the rise, guys. Barbie's the biggest movie of the year. And it walked home with 1 award, I think.
That was timing, though.
I mean, no, Oppenheimer came out the same weekend. The same weekend. It won Best Picture. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think Wicked is this year's Barbie. It's going to be beloved by so many people.
Yeah.
And walk home with no above the line nominations.
Nominations.
No above the line wins. Yeah, sorry.
I think also in that realm, Cynthia Erivo could be the same as Margot Robbie, where like people are gonna be pissed off she gets nominated, but she doesn't get.
I didn't make that category. I didn't make that comparison, but that's a good.
And director too.
Yeah, because both years, unfortunately for Margot and unfortunately for Cynthia, their category is just so stacked. It's just so stacked. And while Margot did great work in Barbie, other people arguably did better work, arguably didn't. It just depends on the people voting.
I mean, I think so. I mean, she was great, but
yeah. I would have loved for Margot. Yeah, I would have loved for Margot to get in, but Sandra, got in.
And for director, you guys know how much I love Director Druid. Justine Triet did the better job that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie is so good. If people have not seen that movie, Justine Triet, whatever it's called.
Not me the fall.
Thank you. I was blanking on it. Thank you. Yeah, Google Justine Triet, you'll find it. Anyways, there are other people on this list. So yeah, Felicity Jones, we already talked about. I think that's secured. Danielle Deadwyler, Piano Lesson is dead and gone, but she's there. She's still in there. Hopefully, or this could be,
I don't know.
What's that one movie that got? Or it was her. It was her. Yeah.
For Till, she got snubbed.
She got subbed for Till. The Academy doesn't do maybe they'll make up for it. That's not the Academy. They don't care about making up for what their past mistakes. They don't give a fuck. But I hear her performance is undeniable. Again, I'll be seeing it today, tomorrow, Sunday, this week, whatever. I'll see it eventually.
Crazy, it's out.
It came out this week, but Netflix and their
I just came out today.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah,
and that's why.
But what streaming service does do good advertisements? Not Apple, not Netflix, not Amazon Prime, not Disney Plus.
As far as for rewards, or just in general?
In general,
I feel like Disney Plus is pretty consistent. It's solid enough. What's coming up.
What's on there?
That's true. Because it's either Star Wars or Marvel.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's not much else. Yeah,
it's hard to miss those.
I mean, Prime is Prime isn't that bad.
Prime is solid.
Yeah. Prime has the most award contenders, right?
Apple
is shit. No.
Yeah. Disclaimer. I mean, Disclaimer wasn't good apparently. So.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
funny that Disney has Oz the Great and Powerful in their home screen right now.
I might rewatch that. I might rewatch it.
Honestly, the movie itself, it's okay, but it looks fucking great.
Yeah,
I've never seen Oz.
I remember liking it when I was 13 or whenever it came out.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Was
that long
at that
ago?
point? Yeah. Oh, it was a while ago.
It was during the rise of 3D. Evan, remember?
Yeah, it was 2012, 2011,
2013, I think.
2013. Holy shit!
But that was also when I hadn't seen the original movie, so.
Yeah, I think Nathan and I said we want to do a commentary on that. Is it a retelling or a prequel?
It's a prequel of how
Wicked.
Yeah, how Oz gets to
it's before Wicked. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? Is it before? You've seen the movie, man.
Yeah. Anyways, so you have Monica Barbaro on this list. Recency bias really came to hit Josh there.
You're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
Muted. There you
go. But I think I don't know. All the acclaim of the movie is about her. So.
I think your mic changed.
Oh yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Bam.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, I'm hearing a lot of acclaim for the movie, and the biggest thing from all the Twitter reactions from Monica Barbaro, and granted, the reactions for a Complete Unknown are those early, super big, those people who see the movie who are obviously going to say, "Hey, we like it."
The press.
I don't want to call. I love Scott Mance, but he hardly ever says he hates a movie. He loved Complete Unknown, and but Monica Barbaro is getting
Babylon,
universal.
No, he liked Babylon.
I think he didn't like it, or did he like it?
Last movie that I thought he disliked was Joker too.
Well,
yeah.
The last thing that he disliked, I think, was Joker 2. But I mean, that's most people anyway. So.
Yeah, most people. Yeah. But I still have, man. What do I have in that list? I have Saoirse Ronan for Blitz, and it's only because it's Saoirse Ronan, right?
That's why she's in for Outrun. I don't think she's doing the double here.
I don't think she is either. I don't have her for the Outrun, so I'll put her in Blitz.
That's fair.
I don't think she's gonna get both.
I had Ellis Taylor for Neko Boys, but that's because I just didn't know who else to put in the fifth spot.
Yeah,
And this was
That's
like
Isabella Rossellini, fucking great, but it's like 2 scenes.
yeah.
it's a very small role, but I wouldn't
It's
be mad.
memorable.
It's
like
memorable.
Bradley Cooper and Witcher's Pizza level,
Okay, yeah.
where it's like very small but very memorable.
But people are loving Conclave. Could she be part of the Conclave rise, or could she just be left
maybe?
behind?
Yeah. If
Selena Gomez is
if
dead.
I don't think she's dead. I think there's a possibility.
Wait, who's dead?
I think Sad is going for both. I
For
think
who?
she gets in that Sad. Selena Gomez.
I don't think she's dead either. I did have her in my top 5 for a minute.
You know who should be
yeah,
in this
me too.
category?
Hmm?
Joanne Chan.
A lot of
for
people.
Didi.
Yeah.
Joanne Chen for Dee Dee. I agree. Dee Dee is a really good, underrated movie. People have not seen Dee Dee. It came out this summer. I really recommend it.
Unfortunate name, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think Monica can easily make it in because The Complete Unknown is coming out towards the
If
end
it's
of
the thing, I think she gets in. If it gets picture,
the
I think
what?
she's in. If
Oh.
the Complete Unknown gets picture, I think she's in. I think
Even-
for Complete Unknown, at least at this point, Timmy's a lock. Then it's picture, then it's her. Then sound.
That's a lot of
I've heard sound is really good.
that's a lot of categories for Complete Unknown.
I think if it's a bid, then it's at least 4 or 5.
Yeah. It
Edward
could
Norton
be
maybe too.
it could have that better time.
I just don't feel strongly about the other choices at this point.
Yeah, I mean, because I think Blitz is out of Best Picture. It's not happening.
It's not anything else. I mean, maybe like sound, but that's it.
I think in production design we'll get
Production
to it.
design, maybe. I mean, it's just what's gray.
yeah, but like some of the sets, I think look.
But that's not the
interesting.
production design, though. Yeah, that's just the coloring.
I mean, you
The
could say
sets
the
are-
same thing about Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked's like a lot.
Yeah,
for
don't get me
production
started.
So yeah, I don't know. Again, Saoirse Ronan, the hype around her is big. She's a big time actress, and like I can easily see some clips for her if she was
Yeah.
nominated. I need my boy, like
I mean, you're all wrong.
I don't know why. I don't know why I went full Mickey Mouse there.
You're my boss.
Sorry, Saoirse. Yeah. But yeah. Like I think she had more clips than like Isabella Rossellini, so I'd put her over her.
Oh yeah.
Arju Ellis,
But,
Nickel
like,
Boys.
The curtsy though, Evan. The curtsy could be the twip, and that could get her in.
Let's see, could get her
For
in.
Rossellini.
It could. 'Cause I think the Conclave Hive is rising,
Yeah.
and she could go along with the rise.
I do not know what to do with Anjali Ellis Taylor because I just don't know how big of a role she has. I heard she's great, but is that
Yeah.
movie gonna be a thing? I don't know.
Is the movie going to be a thing? Of course, Edgar. You say you have her, right?
I had her at 5, but that's because like again, like I didn't really knew who
Yeah.
else to pick, and I don't think Margaret Qualley is getting in. So
No.
No, me neither. She should. She really should.
Who
I would-
should? Natasha Lyonne should fucking.
yeah,
Natasha Lyonne
I was
really
about to
should.
mention one of
God
those.
damn.
Yeah.
All
I didn't
three
know
of them
she
should be in here.
I didn't know she was like that high, Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah, it's not. happening, no.
Josh, you've seen Juror 2, right?
Yeah,
How's Toni Collette?
she's great. But I
Is she
don't
on
think it's
here?
Really,
Yeah.
yeah, but the movie like is not a thing. It's a Matt's original now.
I can't wait to see it on Christmas break.
It's a great movie. It's really solid. She's great. Nicholas Hoult is great.
I would
But I
love
just
to
don't
see
think it's,
Kaylee
like,
Spaney
maybe
here
the best.
for Civil War.
Kaylee Spaney is really good. What's her next movie? Knives Out 3?
Beef.
Yeah,
Found it
and
with
also
beef.
Beef. Yeah.
But yeah,
Gaga dead.
man, she was on our list for a long time. Yeah.
She was my number 1 at one point.
Rebecca Ferguson for Dune Part 2, yo. I mean,
I would love to see it.
I would love to see it.
I think she was better in part 1, but
I think so. But she had more to do in Part 1.
yeah.
Is
I heard
Rebecca
Leslie Manville and Queer is really good.
Is Rebecca in Messiah? Edgar?
No.
Don't spoil it.
Well,
That's
he's
true.
talking. That's not a spoiler. Then he
that's
can
not
do
a
whatever he
spoiler.
wants. Even who was it?
Okay.
Josh Brolin and other actors were like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm in it," and I'm like, "Well, maybe because you're not in the story, but I mean, he can switch it up if he wants
Yeah.
to."
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. He can be like, yeah, I want to work with Rebecca again. Come on, come to Abu Dhabi.
I mean,
yeah.
I know a movie that she's probably to show up in.
Rebecca?
Do we think she's in the Final Reckoning?
Oh,
Little side
Evan?
note, but
Evan,
If she is,
is she
automatically
dead or not?
If Rebecca shows up in Final Reckoning, it'll be the best movie of the year, easily. No
Best
question.
movie of all time, maybe.
Honestly, best movie of all time.
have you seen the theory of like that shot where all of them are standing next to each other and you can see what's her face?
Oh shit, really?
No, like why am I blanking on her name right now? Fucking Captain
Haley?
America. Yeah, Haley. That she kind of looks like she's wearing like the same outfit that she was wearing in the last movie, and people were like, "Oh, did they just replace the head?" But like, she's dead.
She's dead,
She's a
guys.
goner.
She's filming Silo 2, Silo season 3.
I think she's in flashback
like-
at least. Very least, she's in a flashback.
Nah, she's not in it at all.
Really?
Nah.
This is how
Oh, I
Evan
think
is
so.
building hope.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you don't think so. Does I think so?
It has died, especially listening to Christopher McQuarrie's like reasoning.
Didn't he
and
say
his-
that there's a way to bring her back at one point?
I don't think. I think I did.
It was like he's teasing it.
I said there was a way, a lot of ways.
I think
to
he
get
was
her
teasing
back.
it at one point. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I could easily create a storyline where it's like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of
Of
sense.
course you could.
But I don't
Didn't
think
hit the heart. It went next to the heart.
that scene still breaks me.
The music in
God, I
that scene,
can't
though,
wait.
the build up,
Ugh.
So good, great movie. I
Best
love it.
run in a movie.
Yeah, that scene is so
All right,
good.
Oscars.
Oscars. Let's. I think this is a pretty interesting. Again, one of those categories where 4 are
Anything
possibly
happen.
locked, and then 5th anything could happen. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, supporting actor. Who do I still have? Oh yeah, I've told him in one. I think he's winning.
I think Culkin is winning as well.
Oh, you have Edward Norton.
I do.
Oh, you have Edward Norton over Yura.
I had him in before the reactions too, because I just think like it's Edward Norton, and if he had a big part, so like yeah.
I had Stanley Tucci in his place.
Guys, are we? Just
I love him in
forgetting-
it, but I don't think he has that much in it.
Yeah, but like
not-
it's Stanley Tucci.
That bit of a part.
It is the
Yeah,
Tooch.
yeah, okay,
The
fair.
Tooch lives. I just think Yura Borisov had one of my favorite supporting performances of the entire year.
I mean,
And he-
personally, I love him. Mark Edelstein, I think, is better.
as the boyfriend or
The
the
kid.
the
Yeah,
kid.
because Ivan.
Sure, maybe. No,
I mean, he's more
I-
memorable. He's more fun.
Yura is more
They're
memorable.
both great. They're both great. Yeah.
I just think the way he acts, especially in that final scene, like the way he conveys his feelings without saying
More
a lot.
subtle.
Face acting is crazy. Yeah.
It's the definition of a great supporting performance to Mikey's journey in that movie.
I'm surprised he's that high on Gold Derby.
I'm not. I think he's if Anora wins, if Nora is in like Best Picture winning contention, all tides rise ships, whatever the fucking
Yeah.
quote is.
Yeah.
I think Yura's in there. I think Yura is going to be in there. I think this top 5 is locked. I think Kieran, Guy Pearce, Denzel, Clarence, Yura. I think Stanley Tucci doesn't have a lot of great scenes. He's solid in the movie, but he's just solid for me. He's not doing a lot of great work.
Mhm.
Edward Norton again is just like
I heard Jeremy
unknown.
Strong is incredible. In The
I heard
Apprentice.
Jamie Strong's
He's
really
Fucking
good.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's The Apprentice.
God, I've been rewatching Succession. The face acting that guy does is insane. It's
Jeremy Strong is just-
unparalleled.
He should have swept like Best
Unrivaled.
Actor every year.
Yeah.
It's
Except
fascinating
The final
because
season, I think, was Karen's year, but yeah.
yeah, it's fascinating because if you guys ever watch The Apprentice, I feel like
I mean, I want
obviously- yeah, maybe not like a one-on-one comparison, but he is kind of like playing like a Logan type, which is interesting knowing his work in Succession.
No. Anything else?
Nothing else. I think that's pretty. The category isn't that.
Is
Slow down.
Denzel as good as people say, Edgar?
Uh, I would say so. I personally wouldn't have it in my personal list.
Oh wow,
But yeah, he's really good.
he's Denzel. Yeah, people thought he was going to win for a couple of nights.
A
A
couple
weeks
nights.
ago.
Yeah, and then people like came back to earth. Were like, okay, no, it's still Kieran and Guy Pearce.
Yeah.
I think Guy Pearce has winning contention too.
Oh, for sure. If Brutus wins pitcher, I think he wins.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like Kieran just has a lot going for him.
Mm-hmm.
He just
He's
won
more-
the Emmy.
Yeah, he's like very hot right now.
Yeah, and there's a ton. Every other scene is an Oscar scene for Kieran in A Real Pain. So yeah, everything else here just I don't see happening. The September 5th
Jonathan
ones
Bailey's
aren't
good, but not worse.
Yeah, he's
good. John Lithgow
Butler.
should be in there. I know. I think Javier
Chris
Bardem
Hemsworth.
should be in there.
or Javier Bardem.
That too. Yeah. Adam Pearson also great in Different Men.
Yeah,
Joshua Connor would make my list. That's for sure.
yeah. Joshua Connor, Mike Fice, those boys, man. Yeah, this was a great year for supporting performances.
Yeah.
I would
Tom
put
Hardy
still
also
Hugh
great.
Grant.
He was okay.
Okay.
What else? Chris Hemsworth, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Furiosa. Yeah.
He was great.
Defoe and Nosferatu. So good.
Yeah. Where would you put neither of them is gonna make it, but where would you put Bill and what's his other face? Holt,
Nicholas
whatever.
Hoult.
Yeah. Would one of them would both be leads or supporting?
I think Nicholas Hoult is a lead. Everyone else is supporting. Because, like, I mean, I can't really say anything, but
Okay. What's
I
next?
don't think they would put the monster in the lead. But I don't know. Adapted screenplay.
So you still have Springsteen winning.
No, it's outdated. I don't think it wins. But also I don't know what else could win.
I have Conclave winning. I think if Conclave was to win anything, it'll be this category.
Really?
Again, the Conclave wave, it's rising big time. I think it's definitely
It
higher.
doesn't feel like a screenplay winner.
The whole movie is conversations, discussions,
Yeah.
conversations, that back and forth, that riveting like dialogue, that back and forth, fast paced, like who you voting for?
All right, so
I think it's just going to go for Conclave there. I think that's going to be its major win of the night.
I think this is a lot 5 though.
Let's see here. Yes, I'm surprised they have Dune that low. Yeah, everything else is just not happening.
You
Room
wouldn't
Next Door is
want
not
to. You wouldn't want to add the wild robot, Josh.
I know, Josh. What happened? Yeah.
Okay,
everything
what
else
about
should be-
Wicked? What about Wicked, realistically?
Nope. Musicals don't get screenplay.
You know,
West Side Story didn't.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
not much to say here. I think this top 5 is pretty locked. The
Dude,
Emilia
I
Perez,
No.
the Emilia Perez script isn't great, but
Yeah.
whatever.
It's got the story.
I guess that
behind
is a musical that it's in, but yeah.
It's a
I
musical.
feel like
and
it's less of a musical than Wicked, though.
You think so?
Does that make sense, Edgar?
it. I mean,
There's musicals every other sentence in.
yeah, I feel like there's more musical numbers in Emilia Perez. They're just not as memorable as they are in Wicked.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, everything else here is just not happening. Not even close.
Complete Unknown, maybe. But we'll see.
The original one's very interesting. Right?
The interesting one.
Yeah, Anora and the
That sounds
Brutalist going to be
Saturday Night.
battling it out yet again. Yeah, put Saturday Night to sleep, Josh. It needs to go to sleep.
What else would go in there, though?
Oh, good point. I mean,
September 5, I don't know.
I still have challengers in my list. I didn't know they had challengers so low. I still have challengers.
I'm doing that. I think this could be the one it's on.
No Blitz.
This is interesting. So Gold Derby thinks like September 5 has a chance in here?
Well, I think people are saying September 5 is a thing.
Maybe.
But it's not. Hard Truths could be the maybe also.
That's my number 5. I don't even know what it is. I just have it at 5.
I heard Marianne Jean-Baptiste is just very like hard hitting in that movie.
Mm-hmm. It's Mike Lee. I haven't seen him in his movies, but I know he's a big name.
Yeah. But I think the winning contention here is Anora versus The Brutalist.
That's the season. Anora versus The Brutalist.
For Best Picture, Best Director, and now for Screenplay. And I think, even though honestly the Real Pain screenplay is excellent.
Again, I would prefer The Brutalist, but I think Anora's winning.
Yeah, as somebody who's only seen Anora compared to The Brutalist, I would go for Anora. It just seems like an original.
Evan, I think you're not going to love The Brutalist as much as we do, but you're still going to like it.
What is this happening? What is happening here?
We keep talking.
Oh my god!
You're gonna break him.
Evan, you are not ready. You are not ready. Actually, Evan, I don't think you're gonna like it. What the fuck?
I mean, we said that about The Substance, Josh, and he loved it. So.
That's true.
Yeah, I fucking love this.
Am I wrong though?
Huh?
Am I wrong?
I mean, I could see that happening, but I thought it was more likely for him to dislike The Substance than it is for him to dislike.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how the fuck you like The Substance. That's crazy.
I teach history classes. I know about fucking
That's true.
the Jewish migration to America, all that kind of stuff. So.
Do you like There Will Be Blood?
I've never seen it.
Okay. I saw it for the first time like last week.
Okay.
It's very similar to The Brutalist, apparently, or as it happens to be.
Did you like it?
Loved it, yeah.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, I just think Anora is it just has like when I hear original screenplay, I think of like the craziness of Anora.
Josh sold me on the whole thing about Anora getting picture, Brady getting director, Baker getting screenplay. I think that's very likely to happen.
That's very likely, and that the combination of like screenplay, actress, picture, that's delicious for a combination. For Anora.
Also, I think it's Sean Baker, and this man, it's his time also, so it could be director too. But I don't know. It's still so up in there. I can't really decide.
Agreed. But yeah, we're all in agreement that A Real Pain is also in, and Substance should be in. Like, I would love the Substance getting in here. Like, come on.
I think it's its second most likely behind Makeup.
Yeah. Because
what an original screenplay. Yeah. Even though I don't think it's like as strong in the writing, it just seems like a movie they would pick for it.
Yeah, it's just so crazy and original. Like it just screams like, how do you come up with this? Yeah,
it's kind of similar to Everything Everywhere in that sense.
Yeah, but I think the writing in that movie is a lot stronger, personally.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like in terms of how do you come
as
up
far
with
as like the type of movie it is. So. Then Challengers, I guess it could happen. Yeah.
My beloved.
I hope so. My movie of the year. I'm sure it's Edgar's too, right?
That and Dune. Top 2, baby.
Still holding tight to Challengers. Love to see it.
Gotta represent,
Oh, you have it.
Oh, holy shit.
How much was it? Like $100 for a hoodie?
It was a hot 60.
Hot 60.
Not terrible for a hoodie.
It's not terrible for a hoodie. Yeah.
It's pretty hot.
The economy.
That's worth them.
I think that's about it. Yeah, what's next?
Cinematography.
It's a lock.
I think it's over.
It's over.
I think we're getting into the text where
you have Nosferatu too. Good to know.
I have Nosferatu in mine as well. I think the text category is going to be either Dune or Dune or The Brutalist or like Wicked,
Or Wicked. Yeah.
stuff like that. I think this category is all set for The Brutalist. Dune is going to be a very close contender, but they already gave it to Dune.
Deserving too, because The Brutalist was fucking unbelievable. And it was made for, once again, $6 million.
Insane.
In my opinion, the only other movie that has like again, just my opinion, that is like a contender for 2, maybe even 1 is Maria. But yeah,
Not for
it's
wins,
over.
though.
No. I'm not saying like for actual, winning. I'm just saying like just in my opinion, like what's like the best looking movies of the year. I think it's between those 2.
I mean, actually, the Maria cinematographer is a very renowned cinematographer.
It's Ed Lockman. He got in for Altonde. He's getting in here.
Yeah, he's getting in for sure. Isn't he the guy who's like super old?
Yeah. I went to a screening. He was there. He was like on his wheelchair. They were helping him, like sitting down on like on an actual chair. I was like, damn.
He did like a lot of Todd Haynes movies.
Yeah,
he did Carol.
Okay.
Also, what's incredible.
Carol looks amazing. Yeah,
this is pretty much my list, but I have a Conclave instead of a Nickel Boys.
See, I think Conclave would straight, but Nickel Boys is first person, and that's interesting. That's the main selling point.
Yeah, I have Nosferatu, and I still have Nickel Boys. I think Nickel Boys, just looking at the trailer, like, oh wow, that looks gorgeous. So I have Nickel Boys.
Perez is that high because I think it kind of looks like shit a lot of the time.
I don't think it looks like shit. It looks.
Music numbers look great, but like besides that, it looks very. You can tell it was shot on a soundstage. I'll put it that way.
Like I have Nickel Boys at 4, Nosferatu at 5, but I can see Emilia Perez getting in. I'm surprised it's that high. Yeah. Man, that's interesting. Could this be one of the categories that Emilia Perez just falls off if the buzz falls off?
That's what I've been thinking.
I think Nosferatu, some of the shots from the trailer looked really, really good.
It was incredible.
Emilia Perez, I don't know. But
and
the numbers,
I'm pretty sure it's the same DP, but like Lighthouse made it in. I know it's also because it was black and white, but still.
It did?
Nosferatu, yeah, it made it in. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Nosferatu isn't black and white, but it was black and white a lot of the time.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking painting every fucking minute.
Yeah.
If I hear that, then yeah, I'm putting that on the list. I mean, I'm surprised Conclave is that high. I like Conclave, but I don't think of cinematography.
Oh, it's great, but it's nothing like memorable.
Yeah, it's a cool set, but nothing like
There's some good shots in there.
Yeah, I think Nickel Boys is in. I agree with Josh here. I don't see.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's like the biggest fucking nope.
I just don't see Conclave getting in here.
Oh man, Challengers should fucking get in.
It should.
The tennis ball, Evan.
So sick, so cool. But yeah, again, I think Emilia Perez, some of the
outrun over Anora. What the fuck?
That's crazy. I mean, some of those wide open shots. Yeah.
Honestly, I think Anora could sneak in if like one of these drops.
Nah, it's not that kind of movie.
It was straight though.
But yeah, I mean, I could see a world where Emilia Perez gets in because of certain musical numbers.
I was saying
it's just not. Sorry. Yeah. Still, but like, I don't know. It's a very.
Furiosa should be in here. Ugh.
Agreed.
You know what else should be in here? Trap should be in here.
Get out of here.
Did you like Trap, Evan?
No.
I didn't like it. Remember?
It was fun, and that's about it.
Fuck off.
Just turn your brain off.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, I kind of did.
I said that the last act of Trap is really interesting. Like a lot more thought provoking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Thought provoking in terms of get me out of here.
Why is Beetlejuice in cinematography?
I mean, it doesn't look bad.
I mean, the underworld sequences, yeah.
Yeah.
Heretic.
Horizon. Let's go. Chapter 1.
Is that good?
No.
Not really. Not really. Like, I liked it as it went on. Like, it got better, but like,
Yeah. It's funny. I heard that Kevin Costner is still going to the awards parties to campaign for it. It's
Funny.
like, buddy, just let it go.
please, yeah.
Always needs funding for.
He's that guy
Yeah.
with like a
and
cup.
four.
Is like any money for any services for chapter 2, please, anybody. It's like,
2 is
Hey,
like done, right? It was supposed to come out like months ago, right?
yeah, it's in the can. It's done.
Has he
Nobody's
shot
fine.
3 and 4 yet?
He really wants to. He
It
can.
was only
yeah.
supposed to be 2, right, or 3, and then he
No,
was like, let me do 4 instead.
He wants to do 3 and 4. He has the money for it.
It's Kevin Costner, of course he does.
It's Kevin Costner. Yeah,
He's got that.
Did you guys see the Book
Yellowstone
of
money.
Clarence?
I did.
Edgar did.
Was it good?
It looks well. It's entertaining, but the movie,
Yeah.
like actually, like how it looks visually, it's pretty.
I mean, it's James Samuel. Like the Harder They Fall, I think it was called. That
Yeah.
one.
I mean, I like that movie better than this one, but yeah.
Was that your first movie of 2024, Edgar? Book of Clarence?
Oh right, that was the January movie.
Was it like a 2024? Like, what do you mean, like first watch in general, or
First
New
watch. First new watch, yeah.
Oh, first new watch. I don't know. Let me check.
Because that came out like the second week of January. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Heritage cinematography, that one was fucking incredible.
that
It
looked really
great.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the camera work,
Mhm.
so good.
That sequence where she's running and then it pans out. That was really
Yeah.
To the house. Yeah.
Mhm.
What is this?
All right, costumes. Wicked,
Wicked,
is one.
Wicked,
It's a lot.
yeah.
Another lot.
I think the costumes just from the trailers alone look really cool in Wicked.
Ooh, you have Gladiator.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, Napoleon got in, so I feel like.
Yeah.
I have
very
Gladiator, Maria, and Nosferatu. Oh yeah, so me and Josh have the same top 5.
I have the
Um,
same list, but I have Gladiators, which are the Brutalists.
Brutalist, really.
Like I guess you could say like, oh, it's just like a period, costumes or whatever.
Just
But
suits.
yeah, it's just suits. But they tend to go for that shit sometimes. So.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they like more go for, like army, like soldier stuff or
Yeah,
gladiator
yeah.
stuff.
Gotta support the weird little fuckers, Joseph Quinn and what's his other
Right?
name?
Yeah.
But guys, are we putting in Nosferatu in too many categories
Yes.
here?
No, I think it's just to be a tech player.
Yeah,
and it's
Okay.
it
a
looks
very good tech
great.
player.
I'm just curious. I'm curious. Like, I feel like Nosferatu could be easily one of those movies that comes home with
I
nothing.
didn't think it would be, but those reactions are insane.
Yeah.
So far, we put that in cinematography and costume design for
Yeah.
Nosferatu so far.
Do you have it in costumes?
I do. I have it as my number 5 as well, but I think it is
Okay.
vulnerable to like. But
Oh,
again,
I mean, what else though?
it-
Blitz?
it-
No.
it's
We don't
vulnerable. Like both Blitz and Brutalist both have that like period aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Nosferatu getting in over that period
Yes.
movie? I think so. I'm just saying, devil's advocate.
Okay,
okay.
let's say that they like the Brutalists.
I mean,
got
if
in-
anything, Conclave it's Nathan.
For what? They're all wearing the same shit.
Exactly. What's great. And right, the whole like him. There's scenes of him like getting in costumes. They love that shit.
The Substance has great modern costume design.
Yeah, that's true. Furiosa, man.
I guess contemporary is the word. Furiosa should get in again. I agree.
I would even say Joker. They're
Yeah,
pretty-
Joker was great.
yeah.
Oh, for cinematography, Joker should be in too. Personally,
Over the other 5? No.
great. Not over the 5, but like, it should be in the conversation more. How
Maybe.
people fucking hate that movie.
Yeah.
As challengers
Megalopolis.
for costumes. I mean, yeah, Megalopolis costumes. Are
I mean, it's just shirts. Just
it's
sweaty
memorable
shirts.
though. The I'm
I told ya.
whatever the that's like Barbie levels of popular.
Well, I don't think it's Barbie levels of popular, but
I mean, yeah, okay.
But yeah, I think Wicked's winning that one for sure.
Yeah. Editing.
Editing.
graphics,
I still have Dune Part 2 winning this one.
Really?
come on, Evan.
I haven't seen the fucking movie, Edgar. I haven't seen Brutalist. I mean, but I have Dune still winning editing. Some of the sequences of Dune Part 2 we can't be forgetting. We can't.
Yeah, but like it's not the Academy is not go for it.
It did went for Dune Part 1.
Yeah,
Right?
but we have the Brutalist this year.
True.
You guys have Emilia Perez over Conclave?
For editing? Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the pacing of that movie is one of its strengths, especially how it moves and how it almost gives.
I mean, Edgar, Bohemian Rhapsody won.
Yeah, never mind.
That was bad. But I do have both in there. I have Emilia Perez and Conclave on my list.
I think Challengers should also sneak in here.
I don't have. I think zero chance Challengers gets in.
Zero?
I think it
zero
should.
Chance. I'm surprised it's this high on Bull Derby.
I'm surprised it's that high. I think Challengers.
But like, it's warranted because it's.
I'm surprised Gladiator 2 is there.
Are you? It's kind of like an action-y flick. Is it?
I feel like it moves way too quick for its own good.
Okay.
But like, they don't really care if it's actually good editing though, Edgar. They just care if it's flashy. And Challengers is like the most flashy thing here, and it's good.
Yeah.
Challengers, I agree. I think if it was up to me, it would be Challengers would be like number 2 or 3 of the year.
I think Challengers are gonna have a comeback. I really do. Not so like for Best Picture as much, but for
it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
Why not?
Oh.
It's like one of the most popular movies of the year, at least in like film spaces.
Exactly. We're not voting for shit.
Yeah, I know, but like that has to translate somehow to the Academy.
So what do we have for Challengers so far? Original screenplay, maybe, and now
we'll get there.
Editing. So yeah, I think screenplay and editing could be Challengers' only real chances here.
Hey. You're forgetting the bid one.
Yeah, the main one.
Oh, yeah. Score as well. You're right. So could Challengers walk home with 3? That's not happening. 3 nominations for Challengers.
Why not?
No,
Queer isn't shit.
You're right, but I just don't feel like that's happening. So
I thought it wasn't happening because I thought Queer was going to be a bid thing, but it's not. So now we have Challengers, and Challengers is a fucking bid movie.
You're making good arguments. You're making
It
good
is
arguments.
the better received movie too.
And it's more popular.
You're making good arguments. But I feel like screenplay and score, that'll be it, if anything.
Challengers is going to be on like almost every critic top 10 list. Guarantee that.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think everything else though for editing, I'm with you. I think Emilia Perez is in, and yeah, and again, I do have Conclave as my number 5.
I hope so. I would rather have Conclave over Emilia Perez, but
let's see here. September 5 is high on people's chances.
No way. I'll
have to see it.
I've heard that thing's good, but like once again, I don't think that movie's a thing.
Scroll down.
Substance should be in here. The editing of Substance is outstanding.
Sure. I feel like that should put it in. That should it in, yeah. If Challengers isn't a thing, I'm gonna put in the Substance. How about that? I think there's more passion there than fucking September 5.
I always think of the scene where Demi Moore's watching the interview, the cut back and forth between the interview and Demi. It was really good. Deadpool Wolverine had outstanding editing. I'm kidding.
But the Madonna song.
Saturday Night actually had I love that on that movie.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Civil War
is really good editing. It moves really fucking quick.
I haven't seen Civil War since
that was my problem with the screening I saw, but I'm sure they fixed it since then.
Furiosa should be there.
Furiosa should be in like all these categories, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Wallace and Gromit is in the list. I mean, I love her. I love it for
you say that, but it's like 30.
Still.
You know what movie should be in more stuff? But it's a horror movie. Yeah.
I was just looking at it.
Justice Smith is one of the best performances of the year.
Cinematography.
Bridget Wendy Payne also. Did you see that, Evan?
What?
I saw the TV duel.
Yeah, I remember I saw it. I didn't love it as much as you guys. I thought it was fine.
That's fair.
But yeah, again, I still have Dune winning, but I think Borderless has probably a better shot. I think Josh really sold me there. Give it to the newbie.
And you'll see, Evan. Once again, you'll see.
You'll see, but you won't like it.
I know. You'll see. You're not
No,
ready.
I
but
didn't say you
won't-
don't like it. I just say it won't be in your top 10 or
Is it
top
in
5.
y'all's top
How about
10?
top 5? It's
It's 4, 5 for me. I don't remember.
That's high. High praise.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
is
hair.
this? Oh,
This is definitely it's over.
A
It should be over.
substance.
It should be over.
It's a lot.
It should be over.
When...
I think this is Nosferatu's one of Nosferatu's biggest like locks or chances at
For the
least
nomination, yeah.
for a nomination. Yeah. Not for a win.
you
'cause
have
again,
a
Nosferatu.
different man over Wicked.
I have Wicked on here. What Josh?
There's not
Josh.
many
Yeah.
prosthetics in Wicked, though.
I mean, the main character is all makeup.
It's just paint.
Still,
It's not prosthetics. The Academy loves prosthetics over
Evan,
makeup.
what do you think?
I'm not wrong.
Josh isn't wrong.
I'm not wrong. Fucking Golda got in last year. Fucking
I have-
Golda.
Wicked is my number 4.
A
I can
different
make-
man looks incredible. The mask that then like you haven't seen it, but there is a good prosthetic
Yeah.
mask in that.
Okay.
Wicked is my 4, but Josh, I could lower it down to 5. It is vulnerable because of that.
Did Barbie get in?
Did Barbie? I'm gonna say, did Barbie get in? Because
Yeah.
Wicked's kind
I
of like
think-
comparable to Barbie.
I think it did.
But wait,
Let me
There wasn't
look
as many
that up.
prosthetics last year.
Barbie best. What category is this? Best makeup.
Makeup.
You guys have Dune that high?
Dude, that movie is filled with prosthetics. All the Harkonnens.
Dude, Edgar, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
Talking about?
What are you doing?
It won for the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever.
And there's even more Harkonnens in this one.
There was one more. Relax.
No, there's not. There's a whole fucking Coliseum of them.
I guess.
And the fucking black guy.
Okay,
Sorry,
I-
the black mask guys.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about. The arena scene.
I'm starting to remember the stuff in that fucking prime,
Yeah.
in Giddy Prime. Yeah.
Yeah.
The weird little girls, the weird little fuckers. with
Exactly,
teeth.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I need to rewatch that movie. Haven't seen it in a bit.
Barbie
You
was
haven't
not
seen Dune
nominated.
Part 2 enough.
Barbie
I
was
know.
not
I've only seen it like
nominated.
4 times.
I've seen it
Barbie-
6 times at this point.
Barbie was not nominated for best makeup, by the way.
Exactly.
wasn't?
There you go. There you
It was
go.
nominated for costume and production
All right.
and screenplay.
There you
All
go.
Man,
They don't give a shit about hair and makeup. It's actually just the prosthetics category.
but how is like the world? How is the hair and makeup of the world of Wicked?
It's CG.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is CG.
Okay.
Well, and when it's not CG, it just looks like shit because it's very overexposed.
but the guys,
That's
the
not
hair,
the crafts.
the hair.
That's not the craft. So it's
Yeah,
just
the
hair and
makeup.
makeup. It's not prosthetics. And if it's the animals are all CG. So there's no chances for prosthetics. The hair looks good. I think it should be nominated, but the Academy doesn't go for that. They just go for prosthetics.
Don't get me started on the animals.
Okay.
And Wicked?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
fine. Like their roles are fine. I just wish it was like practical.
Oh,
Make
yeah,
it silly. Why are you trying to be fucking realistic?
Yeah. I mean, that's just a whole
But,
movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're making a good argument to put Wicked at 5.
I don't
I
think
just
it's
like
in.
what are they going to put up a different man?
Yes.
I think that movie.
Evan, Golda.
True.
Even
You know, Josh
go
Brolin
back.
is
We
probably
always
on
do a weird pit for hair and makeup because
Suicide.
it's prosthetics.
Suicide Squad.
Is that? Well, I mean, that made sense, but like, there's
Okay.
always a random movie that gets a sole nomination in a makeup.
Because I don't think the other options are even possible. Emilia Perez, I don't
No.
think so.
I
That's
mean, the
the
makeup.
luggage situation.
The makeup in Manitas is pretty solid, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
true.
makeup though. It's not prosthetics.
So
Again,
what's
I think it's
Apprentice?
great,
No.
but not what they're go for.
Apprentice, no.
Sasquatch
Furiosa.
Sunset could get in. I think that's another one because there's
Saturday
fucking caked in
night.
makeup.
Gladiator? I don't think so.
No.
Furiosa should.
The Apprentice could if they weren't fucking afraid of nominating a movie about Donald Trump.
Yeah. Huh.
Complete unknown, maybe.
Isn't that just makeup too? What's the
I mean-
prosthetic there?
The category is best makeup.
But like makeup to change someone's appearance works, but not just like makeup like Barbie or Wicked.
Yeah. Okay, you are selling me on it, but I'll still put Wicked as 5.
All right.
But Different Man is a good play. It's a good play. You're selling me on it more. I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. The Substance, I think, though, is like a lock to win.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Beetlejuice is
Nosferatu
in,
was
Dune
great,
is
too.
in, Nosferatu's in. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the look of the vampire. Can't wait to see that. Production design. What do we got here? Is Wicked winning this?
Wicked. Oh, I didn't change that. It's winning.
I still have. I might still have Dune here. Let me
No,
see.
Wicked's winning. Those
I
sets are
have
fucking
the-
incredible.
I have Dune, then Gladiator, then Wicked, or then The Brutalist, then Wicked.
Funny, I have The Brutalist at number 1. I don't think it's
Look at
winning.
the behind the scenes for Wicked. Like overexposure aside, the sets are
Yeah.
genuinely incredible.
but
and so impressive.
People always say, "Look at the behind the scenes." I could look at the behind the scenes for Dune Part 2. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's
Like,
Dune though.
Exactly. It's Dune.
It's not the new horse in town. It's a sequel.
It's not, but it's gonna. The old horse
See?
is still strong. Oh,
Yeah, but it's Wicked.
The Gladiator Arena in Dune Part 2.
That's
I mean, yeah, but-
astonishing.
Is that all practical?
Maybe some
I
of it
doubt
has
it,
to
I
be.
doubt
I think some of it is. I remember Butler
yeah.
talking about like him almost fainting when they were.
Yeah, he's like it was like a baking like arena, like he was stacked in there like for
But, like,
hours.
Was the crowd CG? I'm sure it was.
I mean, well, yeah.
You think we got 1 million people to watch that?
You think half of the shit in fucking Wicked is all sets?
Yeah, it's true.
Some of them is extension.
But the sets in Wicked are Edgar.
They're great.
incredible.
They're fucking fantastic. There's no denying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Dune Part 2, like they like the scale grew in Dune Part 2 compared to Dune Part 1. Like the different worlds, like
yeah, but
I just,
again, it's not. It's competing against better competition this year.
true. But I think Dune Part 2 is still within this category of production design. It's a sci-fi, glorious
Wicked's a musical.
stuff. Yeah. Do musicals
Musical's
always
a
win
better
production
shot.
design?
Yes.
Did West Side Story win production design?
It didn't win, but got nominated.
And I'm saying Wicked's getting nominated. It ain't winning.
Yeah, but Wicked's stronger than West Side Story as far as chances go. Wait, overall.
True. But I just feel like Dune. This is a surprisingly interesting category.
Yeah.
I think Dune's going to put up some great comp for Wicked. And I
Remember
haven't
last
seen
year, Barbie versus
What-
Poor Things. Poor Things won.
that was a good year. That was both of
No,
those.
I
were
know that
really
was
good.
like the most competitive
oh,
year
oh,
because
oh,
it was so like up to the night.
Poor Things won, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, won both
I
that and
think so,
costumes.
yeah.
Poor Things winning production design was really shocking. I think
Yeah,
Barbie.
because I thought it was to be Barbie, then production design was going to be or costumes was going to be Poor Things.
Yeah,
But
we
I don't
thought they were going to swap, but then Poor Things just won both.
Mhm.
Could the same thing happen to Wicked? Could Wicked be this year's Barbie, where it gets a lot of stuff, but then
There's
come
a
wins,
possibility. Yeah,
come the wins, Wicked just can't get the wins. But I think Wicked has like that. What did we say? That
Populist.
makeup. I think makeup could not makeup.
costumes.
Costume. Yeah. I think costumes could be like the easy win for Wicked.
Yeah, it has costumes, production design bundle.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Brutalist is good, but like it's just all like rotations.
Well, they make the relocations look good.
Yeah.
And then Gladiator 2, he built Rome.
Metropolis.
And then Nosferatu. Blitz? Oh, wait, I do have Blitz on here. I have Blitz over Nosferatu.
Blitz is dead.
I have Blitz over Nosferatu.
I have Conclave over Gladiator too.
Yeah, I don't know Gladiator it's in.
Do you have Nosferatu, Edgar?
I have Nosferatu. It's at number 3.
At this point, I mean, I'm in because I think it's just going to be the same as Napoleon, and Napoleon production is in.
Yeah, I think Gladiator's in. I think it's between Nosferatu or Blitz or Conclave.
I Blitz.
Cause the London sets looked really good.
But it's like we've seen that so many times.
True.
Another reason why I'm arguing for Conclave is because wasn't the whole thing about them wanting to shoot on location and they didn't let them, so they just built the fucking Vatican.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I didn't know that either.
I'd see Conclave getting in.
I could see Conclave getting in for sure. Nosferatu is very vulnerable on this one.
I don't know if it's vulnerable, but I feel like if it just doesn't be a thing, then yeah.
I think they go for a lot of contemporary sets a lot of the time.
The rats. The rats.
What does that have to do with what do rats got to do with production design?
It's production design. You'll see.
Okay, I'll see.
Right, Edgar?
Which one?
The rats in Nosferatu. That's production design.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The cells. Yeah. The fucking castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the castle. Yeah.
It's Bram Stoker's Dracula again, and that one, I think.
But again, they go for contemporary sets all the time. That's why the Brutalist is in contention. That's why I think Blitz could be in contention.
I think if they're gonna go for one, they're gonna go for one or the other. I don't think it's gonna be both.
As far as what?
If they had to pick for a period piece for production design between Blitz and the Brutalist, I think they're picking one or the other.
Fair enough.
It's not gonna be Blitz. It's not gonna be Blitz.
It's not gonna be Blitz. It's the Brutalist. Yeah, out of those two, it is the Brutalist.
This could be Blitz's one thing, maybe. I don't know.
No,
we've been saying that all night.
It's it 0.
Maybe sound. Maybe sound.
It really could.
Sound is the one. Okay, yeah, sound could be the one.
Could get sound. Okay, score.
Speaking of sound,
all right, score. It is. Yeah, I mean, I could get in here if Zimmer missed 4.
You have Nosferatu in score.
Wait, where's Dune? Oh, Dune's off.
Well, it's not eligible, right?
Maybe.
I don't think they decided yet. Yeah, they haven't decided.
They have not decided yet. So
Denis is still fighting with them, right, or some shit
that. If Denis gets his way, if Dune's in here, then the 5th place one is out.
Just my opinion right here. I think it would be more of a disgrace if Zimmer doesn't get for that score, and then if Villeneuve loses.
No,
I mean just 2 new motifs.
Zimmer won, right? Or what was he nominated?
He won. No, he won for
Dune.
He won for part 1.
Mm-hmm.
I would say his score for part 2 is it's
the same plus more.
Yeah, but
in different ranges.
For me personally, I think the score in part 2 is maybe more intimate, especially because of the love theme in the center of it all.
I love that theme.
And Arrival. Oh,
Arrival.
Yeah.
The combination of the Harkonnen and the Atreides.
I
might rewatch this weekend.
It's amazing.
Have you watched it on the OLED yet?
No, I haven't.
I thought it's so good.
But I think so. I have the Brutalist as number 1. Obviously, I think it's winning.
It's a lot.
Conclave at number 2.
Emilia Perez shouldn't be in this list, but I have it too.
It shouldn't, but because I watched the movie and I couldn't hardly.
I don't remember a shit from that.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's just even if we disagree, I think the Academy's going to go for it.
Yeah, I have the Wild Robot in.
I cannot do it. I cannot do it.
Josh,
it's so generic. It's so generic.
It's happening. I think it's
you could do Emilia Perez, but you couldn't do the Wild Robot.
Yes. Come on. I
also haven't changed it since I've seen Emilia Perez. So
the Wild Robot, I think, has a soaring score, a really uplifting.
So bland.
You can say that about the movie itself. I disagree. But
and the score,
I don't think so.
It's every DreamWorks movie.
DreamWorks makes great scores.
Yeah, but it's samey.
No, I don't think so.
It's
I
not
don't think
memorable.
so. I don't
How to
think
Train Your Dragon.
Besides
so.
that,
Those are phenomenal. scores. Come on.
that's John Powell.
Of course.
Is
Who
he
did
returning for the remake?
Yes.
Better.
Right? I think they have this like the director and the composer. I think everybody's returning. It's weird.
Hopefully
who
the-
did
so
Robot
fascinated by that.
score?
Wait, what?
Oh, it was Chris Bowers who did the score for the Wild Robot. But yeah, I just think the Wild Robot score is very uplifting.
It'll probably happen, but I just don't want it.
appropriate. I really I want animation to get into these score categories.
It never does though. That's the thing. Also,
I'm still bummed about last year. Like, how did
most
Spider-Verse?
of the ones that were like some of the best scores didn't get in.
Yeah. Like
Spider-Verse, Boy and the Heron.
how did that happen? How did that happen? How did we let that happen? That's wild.
That's why I'm thinking it's not in here.
But Challenger, if Dune falls out, Challengers is like the best. Like, it's in a better spot if Dune is not in here. I think Challengers gets in. I think Challengers makes it in, as it should already. Even if Dune was involved, Challengers should still get in. But with Dune not involved, Challengers has an easier chance of getting in. And then after that, I think it's pretty much nothing else.
Why is Gladiator in the top 10?
Because it's Gladiator. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is the Nosferatu score good?
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's also
so
people are raving
convincing.
about it. So. Well, I don't remember. It's been like a year and a half.
Yeah, it's been a
I just
Been a
don't think
minute,
Nosferatu is getting in this. You keep putting Nosferatu on these lists, Josh.
yeah.
Because
I don't
look
have
at the
it.
reactions.
And I agree, the
Scroll
reactions
down.
are strong. They're strong, but scroll down a little bit. Nosferatu isn't even on. Oh, there it is. Okay, very, very, very wrong.
Okay, what about Wicked?
I don't think
No.
so.
I don't think that even counts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is kind of weird, right?
Yeah, because West Side Story didn't count.
Yeah, like them counting Wicked, but not Dune Part
Oh.
2.
I mean, it could be different for Wicked, but at least for West Side Story, it was all from the Broadway.
Yeah.
Or all Bernard Herrmann.
Well, I guess in Wicked's case, like it was from it's from a play, but
Was it original score, or is it just from the Broadway also? I don't know about that.
they added some new songs, I think, to Wicked.
No, I think it's no new songs.
No new songs, really?
No.
I thought I heard new songs.
At least for part one.
Okay.
Maybe Part 2.
Yeah.
I thought I read an article about that, but never mind. But yeah, in comparison to Dune Part 2, at least like if Wicked Part 2 had the same score as Wicked Part 1, then I think. But yeah.
Well, I feel like they'll probably have to do more because of their whole runtime thing. But yeah.
Wicked is still locked in for next year, right? Part 2 next November.
For now.
It's pretty much
For now.
almost done, right?
Did they shoot it back to back?
They shot
think
it at the
so.
same time, yeah.
Okay.
Saturday night shoot it in. At least over Emilia Perez.
I don't think so. Saturday Night Score is
It's
fine.
Great.
Nah.
It's fun.
Nah.
The Blitz score is like the best part of the movie.
I do
Never
like
could.
Blitz Score. Yeah. Good.
Scene, great.
Not
Sing
Joker.
Sing had a really good score.
Mm-hmm.
Joker was solid.
Furiosa.
Eh.
No,
Furiosa not as memorable as I wanted it to be.
not as memorable, but it was still good.
So
It was
good,
more
yeah.
like thumpy, more like sound design.
Mhm.
More AI. too.
Anora, I didn't even know Anora had a score. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's not the most appealing part of the movie.
Inside Eye 2, May.
Yeah, that's straight.
Oh, who's that? Who did that?
Over
Was that
Wild Robot,
you?
that's for sure. No, it was Gino did the first one, but someone else took over for him.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. So yeah, for this one, I think for score, I think it's the top 4 here
If
are locked.
Dune is in, is Nosferatu
If Dune is in, yes,
Or is
but
Nosferatu
also if
Emilia
Dune
Perez
is in, if Dune is in, then Challengers could be out, and you're being stubborn on Wild Robot. That's coming in.
maybe, but also like Spider-Verse was way stronger, and that didn't.
True. Very true.
Boy and Heron won animated film, and that was even strong. That it didn't.
Yeah.
Both of those got Golden Globe. Didn't make last year.
But if the Wild Robot doesn't get in, it's not going to be replaced by Nosferatu.
Yeah, I would.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. But okay,
Yeah,
what's next?
Yeah. Song.
Emilia Perez.
I don't know what this was. I haven't changed this in a while. The Rod Robot song is fucking awful, but I think it will get nominated.
I don't love it, to be honest, but
It's fucking horrible,
dude.
dude.
I don't hate it. I think
It's like Try Everything from Zootopia, but just different lyrics.
I forget Try Everything.
It sounds the same. It's very like, oh, we're doing this in the movie, so what's sing about it?
Sounds like a musical.
Well, like,
let's see here.
An original song type of, I don't know.
The 6 AAA is Diane Warren, right?
But yeah, that's a lot for sure.
Yeah.
Let's put in Me to Me Now.
Emilia Perez getting 2 songs in here that I can't remember.
Yep. Your campaign them both really strong, so.
Are we putting in 2
Camino's
Emilia Perez
Selena
songs
Gomez
over okay, Mickey Camino's Selena Gomez one?
Yeah.
That was solid. That was a good one. That was a good one, actually.
And El Mal's the memorable.
Okay. Those are good picks.
I think penis vagina should be in here, but that's just me.
Is that the title of the song?
Penis to vagina.
That's great. Is Moana 2 really not getting in?
I have it in.
Oh, okay. Bye bye, Sing Sing.
I think you take one of the Emilia Perez ones out.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
Ideally, but I don't think it's happening.
Okay.
Over Sing Sing? Really?
Was the Sing Sing song at the end of the movie in the credits?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I don't remember it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what?
Why are you waiting for it then?
You know what's weird about Moana 2?
What?
It doesn't look good.
No, that the embargo for the movie doesn't lift until that Thursday.
Oh no! Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The premiere was last night.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Shit. I mean, it doesn't surprise me too much.
Like you don't really see that with animated movies.
No. Yeah. Like Inside Out buzz grew for like I think 2 weeks.
I mean, it was a series that got transformed to a movie, so it's.
Yeah.
They even let even though the movie is fine, they even let
Filmmakers.
fucking the movie that they premiered at Cannes last year. Why am I forgetting it?
Inside Out too.
Boy,
No.
animated movie.
Yeah, the Pixar one.
What?
That got mixed reviews at Cannes.
The
The water motherfucker. And the
Elemental?
fire. Elemental. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Premiered at Cannes.
it did.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
It was that can. Yeah.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if they even
Reviews.
let that movie to get like early, reviews.
Well, because it
reactions.
premiered at Cannes, though. That's
No,
why.
but I'm saying like, why the fuck are they hiding Moana too?
Moana 2 has like huge ticket sales.
It's gonna fucking sell really well, but
It's gonna sell really well, but like that, I didn't even realize the reaction because like I saw the reactions from people who saw it last night, but the people who saw it last night are
there were reactions that came out.
Well, yeah, but it's just like Disney fans, like the people who got invited to a.
This was in Hawaii. It was like a destination premiere.
Yeah, it was like one of those destination things where like obviously they're going to like it because
I have it here. The embargo lifts on November 26th at noon.
That's Tuesday.
Well, that's when the movie comes out.
Comes out Wednesday.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Shit, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's rough. But also it could be because of the whole Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah.
They have less days.
But like, I won't be surprised if it's not great.
No, yeah, I haven't been confident in this at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks cool.
Entirely different filmmaking team, and it's being converted from a series. Like it does not look good.
And it doesn't have.
Appealing.
It doesn't have Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Exactly. Yeah.
Either. I think his the soundtrack for the first one is just godly. I think
great.
it's really
yeah.
Really
How Far I'll Go is like one of the best modern Disney songs.
Banger, yeah. But I did watch an interview with the composing team who was doing the songs for Moana 2, and they seemed very energetic about their work. And
I mean, they're working on a Disney movie.
Well, yeah, but like, I watched that and I want to root for people like that. So
yeah,
hopefully it's good. So yeah, I think this is pretty tight here. Let's see. I don't think other stuff's gonna be making it in.
I haven't seen Will and Harper yet, but I've heard that's a fun one.
It's fun.
I always wanted a brother.
Oh God, guys! When I went to D23, they showed us that whole sequence. I want to fucking shoot my brains out.
Wow, it's not great. It's not
so bad. It's not good. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, is this not?
It's Manuel Miranda too, but it's like
really?
with the bad Manuel Miranda.
Bizarro in Manuel Miranda.
The paycheck, yeah, just doing it for the paycheck.
Yeah, people like to shit on Lin,
it's not good.
His track record is really, really good.
Not this one.
Not this one, apparently. Okay, interesting.
Winter Coat, the one that Saoirse sings in the movie, great.
That's the song. Okay. Yeah, that's
I think that should do that.
Piece by Piece, anybody?
You're the one who saw it.
It's all right.
Elton John, maybe just as it's Elton John.
Yeah, because he definitely loved Rocket
Better Man. I mean, he got the song nom. That's the only thing he got.
Sure.
Repress.
Twisters! Ain't No Love in Oklahoma.
Oh, God. I saw the TV duo as like the best original soundtrack.
Yeah, so true.
But
Mean Girls is a pretty catchy song, not gonna lie.
Trap.
I agree about Mean Girls.
Fucking the Smile 2 songs. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
See, there's great pits this year. Is that is not getting nominated.
They always go for the boring ones, yeah.
Yeah, they go for the Best Picture nominations. Yeah.
And Diane Warren.
Okay.
But we think this is it.
Yeah.
All right. Sound.
Is this the one that Dune can finally win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Along with visual effects when we get to that, I think.
Ooh, you have Nosferatu. Interesting.
Yes. Dude! How many nominations is Nosferatu getting?
What? I think it's that release is important.
Sound.
I have the Brutalist over Nosferatu.
Sound?
Yeah, I think it's. What do you mean? Why do you sound so surprised?
I'm trying to think. Like, I just the opening scene. Yeah.
And the stuff on the caves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see for Dune. I can't.
It's so low in roller derby. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, for sound, I have Dune, followed by Gladiator, followed by Blitz, followed by Emilia Perez, and then Wicked.
Why Emilia Perez? I don't understand that. Because of the musical. Wicked. Should Wicked be in here?
Don't those?
They sing on set also.
Don't those go hand in hand? Sound and musical? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Well, if they sing on set, then the sound mixing of it all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have Gladiator.
I definitely put Wicked in. Winning?
No. I like on my list.
Just
part of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gladiator's my number 2 as well. Same.
I don't have it at that high.
Movie.
What?
Wait, what?
Okay.
I've heard buzz for To Be Unknown for sound too. I don't know. I feel like this is like too early to call. This is one of those categories.
It is, but I think Wicked is a fair shot because of the musical angle.
Yeah, I still know what to replace it with.
I would take Nosferatu out.
What do you mean you don't know what to replace it with?
What are those odds, though? What are those odds?
You're the one of those delicious odds.
I'll wait a bit.
Okay.
But what's to say I put Wicked here? Is that the 5?
Yeah. And Twisters has a shout because of those loud tornadoes.
No.
Okay.
Alien Romulus should be.
That
I would love
Oh,
Alien
yeah.
Romulus to be in sound. Yeah.
should be in cinematography too.
Yeah.
Visual effects. I'm also going with Dune.
Over the apes.
Over the apes. The apes are always
I have
nominated, but they
Twisters
didn't.
in, so,
I still do as well.
Hmm.
Am I the only one who has
Furiosa.
Mufasa?
What, Edgar?
No,
Am I the
I
only
might
one
need
who-
to switch to that.
I have Mufasa in.
I don't.
I don't think it looks good, but
Did they go for the
Yeah,
Lion
you're
King?
onto something. Oh yeah.
Because
Did that
I
win that
have
year?
Dune.
I think 19 won.
yeah, it won. I'm pretty sure it won.
Yeah,
No way.
2019.
Let me see. 2020.
What else could have won? I don't remember.
Best visual.
They don't give wins to like in game or anything like that.
No.
I think it won. Yeah.
It was Lion King, Irishman, Endgame, Rise of Skywalker.
And Lion King won, right?
Can't find the fucking winner. It says 1917.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah, okay,
that
yeah,
makes
I
sense.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for the Academy. I'm picking a good choice.
But either way, I think Lion King was nominated, so Mufasa could also be nominated. But Twister,
And it was better.
guys?
I
Mufasa does
have.
look better than the first one.
Does it?
Yeah.
I think they look up in part. Yeah, I don't know.
At least it looks like more interesting.
But this is a chance for Furiosa. I have Furiosa in here as well.
No, I don't know. I have it in, but I might change that.
I think Alien has a better chance than Furiosa.
That would be really
Really?
cool. I would love an Alien nom. I would love an Alien nom.
Well, Wicked,
That
though.
would be great. No. Oh, wait,
Wicked
Wicked is
doesn't
number
look good,
4
but
for
I think
that.
it traded
Wow.
in, yeah.
But I
Like,
think
especially the ending of Wicked looks like fucking shit, but I think it'll do it in.
So look. Remember when Black Panther had all this buzz about like it had a Best Picture nomination? Black Panther had all this buzz, but the one thing people didn't like about Black Panther was the visual effects, and that caused it didn't get
Yeah.
in. So I think Wicked's the same way, where people might love Wicked, but the one thing they don't like is the visual effects.
Yeah,
I don't think it gets
in.
in. I don't think it gets in.
Twisters.
Come on, guys, those
I
tornadoes.
have Twisters in. Why are you screaming at me?
I'm sorry. Edgar.
Here.
What else
Oh,
is
God.
there? Beetlejuice, Godzilla. No.
I
Here.
loved Here, not loved, but I liked Here a lot, but it was terrible.
You liked Here a lot? I didn't know you.
I
did.
did, yeah. It was really good. If you look past the AI deepfaking, it's pretty interesting.
Interesting. Godzilla, let's go.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Anyone?
I mean, they do go for Marvel movies, so I wouldn't count it out.
But not this year. Not like this.
Not like this.
I don't know if I should switch Furiosa for Mufasa.
You know, you could.
Pain me,
Do
but
You could. No, I get
It
it,
hurts.
but like,
but yeah, fuck it.
yeah, come on. Yeah.
Some common sense, Josh.
I keep Furiosa in there. Mufasa's just like, oh, it just looks so. I watched that trailer. I'm like, oh my god, those just look so boring.
It looks.
But technically, it looks good though.
I'm like, it looks awful.
Just for what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, like you know what I'm saying though.
Okay.
What is this? Oh, still with visual effects.
No, anime
One
is
final
different.
category here. I think this is interesting.
A lot.
Okay, so I haven't been able. Kevin David features Inside Out 2, Moana 2 going to win the Oscar. I disagree. I think Wild Robot's going to win the Oscar, Kevin.
It should win. But it's
Like
going
and subscribe, Kevin. I think the Wild Robot has much more critical praise, much more universal praise. than Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 was a really good movie.
Okay, hear me
I
out.
like
It's better. It's better.
As a Wild Robot enjoyer, I don't understand. I do not understand why the praise that movie is getting is not going to Memoir of a Snail. I feel like that movie's
Oh
not
yeah,
getting enough
I need to see
attention.
that.
So
It is. I
I'm-
think it's getting a lot of attention.
I was about to
Not as
say
much as the Wild Robot.
Not enough for the win, but oh yeah, obviously.
I
It's
have
small
not
movie.
been able to talk about Memoir of a Snail. I saw that.
Oh, you saw it too.
I saw that on
I need to see
Sunday.
it still.
This previous Sunday, and holy shit,
Mhm.
it's great.
I've been
Like-
hearing nothing but good things about
It's
it.
like,
Like-
it's like GDT Pinocchio level good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the way I describe it, it's one of the more kookier conceptually. It's a crazy, kooky, weird movie. However, despite the craziness of its animation and of its like tone, it carries with it a very sentimental
Yeah.
and deep undertone to it that like escalates as the movie progresses. And it kind of sneaks up on you. Like, I mean, it starts off sad because of the narration. I think Sarah Snook does a great narration, like this somber kind of narration. But like, I just feel like the emotional weight of the movie grows over time, and the ending is really strong because of
Yeah.
that. Like, the emotional wave just like washes over you in like a roller coaster of emotions. It's very
It's a
odd-
stop motion movie, right?
It's like it's oddly powerful. It's how I describe it. It's like it's an odd movie, but also very like emotionally hard hitting.
I didn't know it was rated R going into it.
Me
It
neither. Like,
is.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
some of the stuff they do in that movie, I'm like, whoa! Like,
I was like, wait, is this PG or what,
Hell
what the
yeah.
fuck am I watching?
yeah, like it's definitely R rated.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed Memoir of a Snail. It's my I put it at number 2 over there, above Inside Out. Like, I think 1 is Wild Robot, 2 Memoir of a Snail, 3 Inside Out 2, 4 Flow. I can't wait to watch Flow. It's coming
Well,
out
wait,
in-
Evan.
Oh boy.
$1.8 billion.
Yeah, and
I mean, last year the most successful animated movie didn't win.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
what was that, Mario?
And thank God for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario wasn't even nominated. I
No.
don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, and I can't wait to watch Flow. And Wallace and Gromit is getting, as always, great praise.
They love Aardman.
I think the top 5 is locked. But I will say, my 5. I'm rooting heavy for this movie, especially after the year that this franchise has had. Lord of the Rings. I really want Lord of the Rings to get some buzz.
Not
I know
happening.
it's anime. I know it's not the shaking of the head. I just really want this franchise to do well. Like, I'm not even the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. I love Rings of Power season 2, and the trailers for this movie are just right up my alley as a huge anime fan. I think War of the Rohirrim looks excellent. It's my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year.
Your price for the movie is gonna be able to purchase the hammer at AMC.
Yes, I'm buying the fucking hammer.
No, yeah, this is too niche for Oscars.
Maybe it's just man. Like, well, what a great year for animation. I think Transformers 1 should definitely be on this list too. It just the top 5 is so stacked.
I can't really say anything because I haven't seen much of these.
Transformers 1 was excellent. It's in my top 10 of the year. I love
Holy shit.
I
Transformers.
mean, Wallace and Gromit, I can't even see until like next year. So
January, yeah.
I love Transformers 1. Actually, Transformers 1 is my number 8, 9. It's my
it's
number.
actually that good.
Very high.
Do I actually need
That's
to watch
very
it?
high.
I love Transformers 1. It's great. It's
It
fun.
looks
It's
so
amazing.
bad.
It's so good though. It's so good. That last act is peak.
Okay,
peak.
picture it like this, Josh. It's kind of like Clone Wars for Transformers in terms of like how
Fair enough. Yeah.
going into it, it kind of looks bad, but then you watch it, it's like okay.
Yeah. Clone
Okay.
Wars is a good comparison. But yeah, I understand why Wallace and Gromit
Yeah,
is.
but it's Transformers though. It's not Star Wars.
Yeah, no, but he's comparing it to like what.
I
No,
Animation
I know
style,
you're comparing
yeah.
it, but like Transformers does nothing for me.
Okay.
This man.
Man,
I'll still.
yeah,
watch it.
I grew up on Transformers and shit. Like, I had all the toys and shit. But Transformers 1, and I really want Lord of the Rings to be up there, but probably won't happen.
Spellbound. What are your thoughts on Spellbound?
Didn't it come out this weekend?
I think it comes out this week.
I think it just came out. Or
Or is it
maybe
out this weekend? Okay, I just that explains it.
Kung Fu Panda was this year, huh?
Oh, and what the fuck? What am I thinking? Scroll down. Where's Look Back at? Where's Look Back?
Look,
Where is
Evan, come on now.
Is Look Back not there? It is. Holy shit!
Evan, be serious.
Oh my god!
You're not serious people. You're not serious people.
When is the Academy going to respect anime outside of fucking Miyazaki? He's not the only anime guy, Academy. Like, Look Back is a perfect 5 out of 5.
It's Miyazaki, though.
I was tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. Like I love Boy and the Heron, but I'd put Your Name above Boy and the Heron. I'd put not Weathering with You, but I'd put Suzume over Boy and the Heron.
No.
I definitely
Suzume was fun, but like personally, it didn't really connect with me.
I think Makoto Shinkai deserves to be up there along with the greats. That he's just not getting it, at least domestically.
Did Your Name get a nomination?
No, it didn't, which is shocking.
No, wow, okay.
But man, I just the Academy is not going to respect anime unless it's fucking Miyazaki. And I love Miyazaki, but I'm just saying it's just like, or Ghibli in general. But I think they really got to start doing more.
That's
anime.
why Lord of Hurrium isn't joined in.
It really should. And I'm just really rooting for that movie because they said they'll make more anime-inspired Lord of the Rings film if War of the Rohirrim does good at the box office. So I'm really I'm going to be seeing that like 2 to 3 times just, to help out its box office chances.
That's just flop.
Hopefully that wasn't made for that much. Hopefully. I don't know. But yeah, it is coming out at a very competitive Christmas time.
Is it competitive this year? I don't think that.
There's tons of shit coming out this year.
Not for family movies.
Sonic and Mufasa are huge.
Oh fuck! Okay, you're right. Yeah.
So yeah, I think this 5 though is pretty tight. Unless Moana 2 blows people away, which, knowing the review embargo, I doubt it.
God, did you guys see the pictures for the remake? It's so bad.
For which one?
The remake of Moana, the live action one.
Oh, okay.
They're behind the sets. It's like it's not.
No, but his wig was so bad.
Not only that, but why does the Wreck look like he's wearing a suit? Like, I know it's not a suit, but it looks like it's like a suit. Why does it look like that?
I'm not judging until I see official images, guys. Come on.
I tweeted this out. Like, it has a potential to be the worst movie of all time.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
A little bit of an over exaggeration, but is it?
When Minecraft comes out next year, yes, it is.
Okay, wait.
Valid point.
The trailer wasn't bad. The new one?
That looked pretty bad.
It's gonna be a bad movie, but it's at least better than the first trailer.
That trailer was awful. I was like, it solidified, like, this ain't for me. Not at all. Like,
You're gonna watch it.
It's gonna be good.
I don't think I'm not like you. I don't have AMC Movie Pass, whatever it's fucking called. I pick my movies wisely.
I don't know. AMC is in Columbus or Cincinnati.
There are, but it's like not near where I am. I'm like 5 minutes from Cinemark, so that's why I always go there.
This guy. Do they have a subscription thing or not?
Betrayal.
They do. I recently hopped on board of it, but it's not great.
Betrayal.
It's like 1 free movie a month. I'm like,
oh God.
That's not
how much is
it?
It's like $5 to $6.
Okay. I mean, still, like, why?
Yeah. Like,
buy the ticket then.
I tell them, like, I'd pay $20 if y'all want to do the AMC shit. Like, come on,
man. Yeah.
But okay.
The poor teenage worker just looking at him and like,
I just work here.
Sir, I can do it then. Sir, this is a Cinemark.
That's great.
They don't even have Matt Damon selling crypto over there.
They don't.
Is he still doing that?
I don't think so. I haven't seen that shit.
What? The Regal stuff?
The crypto ads. Oh man, that's great.
God, did you guys
remember
see
that
the one where it's
the
quoting?
quotes? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so
awful.
bad.
The quote.
That's why we're an AMC house here.
Yeah.
There's an ad, Evan, where it's basically And
Wait, you haven't seen this, Evan?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Okay,
it's
I'm gonna
an
bring it
actual
up. Give me a
reboot.
second.
Yeah. I won't
Sorry,
even
you're on a
really
little
describe
tangent
it.
here, but this is funny.
Yeah. I mean, we're done with predictions anyway.
Yeah, we finished the predictions.
Yeah. All right.
We're
give me a
ending
second.
strong for this episode.
Ending strong on advertisements.
Most like the worst ad you will ever see.
Oh boy, now I'm really excited to watch this.
I love
Yeah.
this.
Let me see what it brings up.
I mean, I get to movies like I don't get there on time anymore, hardly ever.
Yeah,
But
I
but
never get on time.
but I will this year for or tomorrow for Mission Impossible. I really want to see that on the big screen. I can't wait. That Final Reckoning trailer is amazing.
Yeah, my sweet spot that I've discovered this year, try to get to the movie theater 10 or 15 minutes
10
after
minutes.
the show. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the sweet spot right there.
That's the sweet spot because then, especially at AMC, holy shit, AMC does like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
It
ridiculous.
varies. I've noticed that it
How
varies,
many
like-
are my weighted screen had like 15 minutes of trailers. I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
How long's the Cinemark usually?
Cinemarks is like 15 to 20. It's still a lot. They sprinkle in like advertisements. Like I hate that. Like just show me trailers, straight trailers. I don't want to watch a Coca-Cola ad. Stop it.
All right,
All
here
right.
we go, Evan.
Let me know if you hear it.
Yeah,
I hear it.
Okay.
It's all happening.
This thing is nicer than my apartment.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Mr. Musk.
That's gonna leave a mark.
She's beauty and grace.
Oh my god.
It's not a man purse, it's called a satchel.
You can't sit with us.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
As F.
You said another one of lies.
Oh, he's in everything.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
That's bad. That's
Evan, I had to watch this 3 times when I saw Pinocchio and Knives Out at Regal.
Holy
And something
shit.
else.
That's torture. That was bad.
Was,
Those were not- Don't call me Shirley. Oh shit.
That's the show, everybody.
That's the show.
That's my
Um,
first prediction for 2025 awards season.
Yeah, I think the next time we come back on here, we'll have at least like Golden Globes. That's coming up soon. Golden Globes nomination.
When is
at
it?
least. I think early December. I think early to mid December. So when we have a December episode, I really want to talk about like the early awards, what the guilds or what the award ceremonies are thinking, because that's when we can get a good taste of things. Remember, like, what's it from Black Panther?
Also, the Globes are like weird.
Angela
now.
Bassett.
Angela Bassett like really grew like after the Golden Globe ceremony. People were like, "Oh,
The
could that
Globes are
happen?"
different after last year. They're more
True. Yeah, we
international,
learned. Yeah, they are more international, so we'll see. What
which is
happens.
great, but like not for Oscars.
That could
At least
benefit
for
like Emilia
predicting
Perez.
Oscars. Or Substance.
Or Substance, yeah. But anyways, this is a long one, but a good one. Long overdue, that's for sure.
Deserved to be long.
Deserved for sure. I guess I'll start off here. You guys can follow me at Harris EV9, always talking anime, movies, and TV. This week, Nathan and I watched Gladiator because I haven't seen that movie like in full.
Cinema,
Ever.
baby.
I watched it for the first time last week also.
And holy shit, I understand the hype. It was an easy 5 stars. Like I'm watching this, like I was invested. It was great. It was an incredible movie. So we did a commentary of that at My Cup of Tea, so people can look that up. This weekend, though, it's the end of Arcane. The series ends. Act 3 is tonight at 3 a.m. You bet your ass I'll be staying up till 3 a.m. to watch all 3
releases.
Oh yeah, all the time. So I'll be staying up till 3 a.m. to watch all 3 episodes. I've been doing that the past 3 weeks for Arcane Season 2. It is one of my favorite shows of the year. And if it ends well, it could be just easily just the number 1 show of the year for me. Also, Silo. Yeah, the final. It's the final season for Arcane, but the League of Legends lore will continue in different series.
You sound like the CEO of.
In 2026, we're gonna be done. But also, Silo season 2 dropped last week.
I keep forgetting about that show.
I'm loving it already. 2 episodes in. I watched episode 2 earlier today, and it's great. So I'm loving that show. So I'm watching all the shows. Again, Harris EV9.
Yeah, you can find me on all social media at ETG or TEG. You can find some of my written work at Loud and Clear Reviews and the Cinema Spot. And I'm looking forward to talking about all the movies from November in a few weeks, a week or two. We really want to talk about Wicked and Gladiator, really dive into those movies with you guys. So yeah.
Queer. What else is this month? Moana.
Queer, September 5, right? Moana.
That comes out.
I thought so.
Heretic,
yeah. All right, you'd find me on Twitter at Josh D. Woodbury and on Blue Sky at Josh D. Woodbury whatever it's the fuck it is.
That's so bad.
Whatever their ads are. But it's quiet over there. It's nice. You'd find our podcast on there also now. At whatever it is. Is it the same ad, Edgar?
Same ad, just with the extended thing.
Yeah. Okay. Also Twitter and Instagram on there too. WHFG podcast. For announcements when we go live. Don't really do much else over there these days. That's it, folks. Join us. I don't know.
Okay, Bugs Bunny.
Looney Tunes ass motherfucker.
Yeah, this is a good award season so far. It's been a fun one. It's probably the most up in the air, at least for Best Picture.
It's funny if you watch enough movies.
Exactly.
Oh God, those tweets saying it's a bad year for movies. Fuck off.
So stupid.
Every year is good if you watch a good shit. Yeah, that's a good note to end on. Goodbye, everyone. Watch movies.